Hello, hello. I am back. If you have joined me earlier this week, you know that I'm basically counting my way down to Pokemon Day. We are in Thursday! Yay! So, Thursday means that we are starting to tackle some of these bigger builds. And one of the first ones that I'm going to do, because I have two bigger builds, it's going to be this one that is the Pikachu, the Motion Pikachu. Yeah, that's how they call it, Pikachu. It's product number HGC23. Um, so we're gonna start off with Pikachu today. I don't think I'm going to finish it all, if I'm being honest with you. I have Eevee that I did for my birthday, because I got it for my birthday, and so I went ahead and I built it for my birthday stream. And I can tell you that this one was 1,366 pieces, and I didn't get, like, it wasn't a quick build. I was on stream for 8 hours, actually. 8 hours. I'm pretty sure that that was also because of my back and forth chatting. I'm pretty sure I could have possibly done it under, like, in 6 hours, but essentially with this one, that's about the same, about the time that I spent. So therefore, when it comes to the Pikachu that we have here, it's 1,095 pieces. So therefore, I feel that it's going to be about the same time. I only have up until about 2:30 to be able to be live today. And then from there, I will probably either finish it later today or while I'm watching the Pokemon live showcase tomorrow. I am super excited. I have my own speculations as far as what they might announce. We all wish certain things will kind of be announced tomorrow. If you're a Pokemon fan, you have your items that you personally want to hear that there is going to be more of, or so on and so forth. So I'm super excited for tomorrow to see what they announce. Plus, I do have one of the Legos builds coming my way. My husband got me as a anniversary present. He got me the Charizard, Venusaur, and Venusaur and Blastoise one. So I'm super excited to dig into that one. I just don't know when that's going to arrive, and it just has me kind of anxious. Plus, I am expecting Pokopia to come, like, get here anytime soon. And I am so excited to see what goes live tomorrow morning. I feel like I have not had any sleep because I have been so excited to just build my backlog. So like I said before, I'm pretty sure if you have followed me on social or you have seen my lives, I have essentially gone live every single day since Sunday with a different build. So let's kind of go over those really quickly before we get started with Pikachu. If you're on Amazon Prime with me today, you're going to see me kind of go through my carousel. I can tell you the carousel is going to have most of these. If you want me to show you one of the products, do let me know. Pokemon Center, I have it built. I just don't have it displayed near me, so I do have to get up and grab it. But when it comes to these other builds, let's get started here. So on the first day of my little streamathon, buildathon, I did do the Kanto region Pokedex. I will tell you that this is not a fluke. Yours will probably have this. It's just I have built this and disassembled it so many different times that quite honestly, those two pieces, I don't know what happened to them. I lost them and now I can't find them. So I do have to go through and like see if maybe perhaps I can replace them. This part right here is technically covered, but when I opened it up during stream, it kind of flew somewhere. So I have to take a look around my area here and see where did it fall. But this one, not only does it light up to kind of give you the sense of, oh, we found a Pokemon. Let's see what the Pokedex entry is about. But it also comes with a couple of different ones here. I know that we have featured Bulbasaur because that was the first one that we featured. We featured Charizard. Oh no, not Charizard. Charmander. We have Squirtle, Eevee, and the one that we have right now, Pikachu, which we're going to leave in there, seeing as how we're going to build Pikachu today. Um, but the only thing I have to say about these right here is that I personally wish that instead of being a holographic of them in motion, I would have liked it to be like a holograph of all three evolutions. Or like Eevee, I know that's going to be kind of hard because there's so many different evolutions. So probably with these right here, I would have had their different evolutions that we discover in the Kanto region. So like Pikachu didn't have to be there. But, you know, that's my only call out of a fan that I wish they would have done that. So we built this one on Sunday along with, and this one I could tell you I've built it so many times. I also build it back and forth with my daughter. I think I've built it maybe about 4 or 5 times. I think I'm going to leave it on display now, especially since I'm starting to lose pieces. But that day, we also went ahead and we built this little scenery here. This is a little Venusaur, nope, not Venusaur, Ivysaur, kind of like little postcard. The Togepi does not come with it. The Togepi is actually from the Pokemon Center build, which, like I said before, if you want to take a look at that, please let me know. I'll grab it from my bookcase. But that one is up there. So this Togepi comes with the Pokemon Center. This one, he is opposable if you have done the mini builds, the Pokeballs that have like the Pokemon builds in there. It's basically the same as if you got it there. But I just think it's super cute with like all the tiling. I like anything that has like that postcard feel, reminiscent of the London, Japan from Lego. So all of these, keep in mind, these are all Mattel. I know that there's some people that are like, oh, if it's not Lego, I won't buy them. I'm a Pokemon fan and I love to build, so that's why I do have these with me as well. Here is this one. I forgot to change it over. Give me 1 second. So that's the Ivysaur build. If you're watching on Amazon, I went ahead and I highlighted that one for you. So that was day 1. Day 2, we tackled Butterfree, which I have to say is probably one of my favorites. Especially because he looks so cute. Look at her. Okay. I seriously love how they did the wings. There's like stabilization with like this kind of like paddle on the bottom of every single one. You have a little rubber band here to create resistance. So I personally think that kind of gives it a lot of its back and forth when it comes like the stabilization when you're flapping the wings. Apart from that, I love these builds because they are kind of like in their own scenery. When it comes to Eevee, he's like running in a field. When it comes to Butterfree, it's like they're flying through like a lot of the little flowers here. And you have these flowers that are in motion as well. So I think it's like super cute. This one is one of my favorites, I have to say. Pokemon builds. We'll see what Pikachu has in store for me, because I feel like Pikachu is probably going to be a massive win as well. But we will see. Then on Tuesday, we went ahead and we built Goldbat. I love this one because it's reminiscent of being able to see the gears down here. So it's reminiscent of the Eevee. But on top of that, you got your little button here. That was the first time I saw the whole button mechanic. I think it's amazing. I saw that we had rubber bands, and you can actually see in here how it's kind of bouncing back and forth on top of that rubber band. I think that's pretty cool. What I really love about these builds is that they tried really hard to make sure that the platform that they're on is reminiscent to their natural habitat, because of course, you know, Pokemon. And so this one is kind of reminiscent of being like inside of a cave with the rocks kind of coming out. I really do love how that detail goes into the this part. I can't think right now. I don't know why. Okay. Anyways, so that was Tuesday. Then yesterday, Wednesday, we went ahead and we built Geodude. This one, I struggled a little bit, but it's only this part right here. Because before you put every single piece into play, it does kind of move around a little bit. So I kind of thought that it was going to be a horrible build because it wasn't staying in place. Once you actually finish off everything here and you put this part in to hold and move Geodude's mouth, it all kind of falls into place. I felt that that was a little bit tricky, but nevertheless, I look at him. He's so cute. I love how he moves here. His hands are opposable. I honestly don't think I've ever seen. Oh no, I lie. There are some episodes where he's kind of like grabbing hold of stuff, so you kind of see his fingers a little bit more open rather than his regular fist. But this is Geodude right here. It also has the button mechanic, and you could kind of see how how that button mechanic is created here. Personally, this is open. I feel that I might go later on and add like 2 flowers on there just because, or like 2 buttons. But that's, you know, an eyesore, but you're fine. I'm like super excited to build my little like display of all the Pokemon. Finally, we have Charizard here. This is part of a different collection. They have a couple of different builds when it comes to this type. I know that they have a Dragonite as well, which I've had my eye on. But this is supposedly kind of more action figure like. I personally love it because every single piece locks into place to the point that I'm not afraid that my daughter can come over here and play with it because they're pretty sturdy. It's really locked in there. And he has like a couple of different areas where he kind of has that motion. The fire is actually hooked underneath his top jaw, so that can come out if you wanted to. His wings have like the silicone part right here that kind of gives it the flexibility that you could have it in different positions. And just overall, it's kind of hard for it to kind of come apart. I say as I'm like accidentally like having him kind of fall apart. Anyways, this is a different collection, but this is, I feel, the only one I have of this collection. But I really like these builds. I have a few of them in my wish list. If you're joining me, once again, if you're joining me on Amazon Live, you'll see a couple of different builds there. I will note that if you want to see the Gyarados motion or the Charizard motion, those are part of my wish list, so I actually do not have those. But everything else there, if it's not in a box, it is actually built. And you could just let me know and I could give you some of my experience, like tell you a little bit about my experience with that one. Okay, so let's get into this one. This is the one that we're going to build today. Feel free to take a look around my carousel if you're watching on YouTube and you want to see if these are still available. Because the biggest thing why I made sure that I would collect all the ones that I have right now is because with Lego having the licensing, I don't know if these are going to disappear, if I'm being honest with you, but they are starting to slowly go out of stock. And I don't know, I personally love the motion of each of these, the way that they like move, the way that they're displayed, the whole fact that they have their own mount. I think that's really special in the way that they built these. So therefore, I went ahead and I started collecting all of the ones I could. I still have Charizard and Gyarados as part of my wish list, so I'm hoping that I'll kind of gather those. I will tell you that I saw every single day that I have been on live, I have seen that price for the big ones especially have been going down. Like yesterday, I saw Eevee. When I highlighted Eevee, it was no longer I think this one was originally $120. Right now it's $89.99. The one that I have seen a massive jump in is definitely Pikachu. I know that when I first saw it originally, it in stores, I saw it listed for $150. Right now it is at 71. That's like less than what I got it for. And I got mine like recently, not that long ago. So do keep in mind that they are kind of going they are dropping in price. Right now I haven't seen it move from over the last 48 hours. They all seem to be the same prices as the 48 hours ago. Um, when it comes to these pixelated ones, the ones that I have here in specific, I don't have. I have Bulbasaur, I have Charmander, and I'm working on Mew. Um, these are new ones that I have not gotten a chance to build. Let me see if I find it here. These over here are some that I found. They are like a 4D print. It's supposed to be kind of like a cardboard printout. I have not built these yet. I'm super excited to. However, I am a little intimidated. So I will probably be building these later in the month. So please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe or follow, and you'll get the notification when I go live. You could also go to the link on my social. Go to the link in my bio. That one is going to tell you exactly where you can find me, so you don't even have to like watch the live. You could always just take a look at social media. Usually I always post about my builds that I have done. But I always encourage people that if you have questions about whatever you see here, if you follow me on social, feel free to send me a DM and I can give you my honest review of what I thought. Especially when it comes to new builds like this one. I'm really intimidated with this one because I've done some of the foil builds, if you've seen those before, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. But I know that it's supposed to be kind of like the size of this box. Okay, it's gonna be like about the size of this box. So I feel like I'm also intimidated, not only because of how the build is, but I'm intimidated of where I'm gonna put it after I'm done. So anyways, those, like I said, if you have any questions, do let me know. The only one that I have built already would have to be the Pokemon Ball that is not featured in my Amazon list. I believe it's already sold out everywhere, so that one is not there. But if you just want to see it, just to see how it was built, do let me know. I'll show you that in stream as well. If you're watching me on YouTube, it's actually on display, so you could see it. It lights up as well. But we're going to dig into this one. As I said, I don't think I'm going to finish this one today. I am going to be live until 2:30, and I know that Eevee took me about 8 hours, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be building this today. Probably you might see me again here later tonight. But either way, I am going to try to see if I can finish it, because tomorrow I have planned that I'm going to be building the Pokemon Stadium in honor of Pokemon Day. I'm super excited. Let me know if you're excited, what kind of announcements you guys are expecting and what you are looking forward to. Other than that, as you can see, I have my Pokemon countdown, Pokemon Day countdown. That's to midnight tonight. Only because that's when the Legos go live. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is going to be the Motion Pikachu. And this one has 1,095 pieces. And this one's going to have the crank. So it's going to be kind of like the Eevee, where it's going to look like it's going to be running. When it came to Eevee, I definitely spent more time on the mount. Butterfree, Golbat, and Geodude was the same thing. Once I actually got started on the Pokemon itself, it went a little bit faster. Eevee, I know that it took me like probably 2 hours to build, 2 or 3 hours to build Eevee herself, but the mount took me the most time out of those 8 hours. So I will warn you, that's where we're going to spend a lot of our time today. We're probably not going to get a chance to see Pikachu during this session. I just ripped my box, but that's okay. Whoop. I ripped it completely right there. That's okay. Whoa. Oh my god. This one is going to have a Bible. You guys ready to see the Bible for this one? It's going to be just like... Whoa. Let's see how many pages this is. Oh my god. This one is, if we just look at the instructions, it is 132 pages. Look at that. 132 page Bible. I actually have I see it better when I'm building, when I'm using my computer screen. So this one is too big. I usually like putting it on display so you guys can see what I'm building, but this one's a little too big. I don't think that's gonna work out. Okay, let's count out these bags. Let's see how many they are. I know that they're not all gonna be here. Just hanging out. Let's take a look at how they break it down. So it looks like bags 1 through 6 is going to be the mound itself. Oh wow. Okay, 1 through 6. That's less than I expected because it's page 4 through 60. That's going to be the mount. Then from there, bags 6 through 9 is going to be the tail and his upper back body. 30 pages on that. Bags 10 through 11 are going to be his legs. Okay, that kind of makes sense why we would start off there. And then 12 through 14 is going to be his head. So there's 14 bags overall. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this one is, let's see. I know manufacturing is the reason why these are never in order. So let's take a look here. So we have bag 1, bag 2. They don't look that intimidating. This one has a lot of little small gears and stuff. So bag 2. What does bag 3 look like? Bag 3 is a little bit too. Bag 3, bag 4. These are a lot of the decoration I feel on the mount. 4. Bag 5. Oh, this is going to be the top part. 5. 6 is when we start getting into Pikachu. 6 and 7. Pikachu part. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. And 14. Oh, that's so cool. I see the electricity parts. Okay, so that is 14 right there. Seeing as how I know that we're not going to get past a certain bag, I'm going to make sure that we have bags 1 through 6 with us close by. 1 through 6? No. 1 through 5. Okay, so let's say bye-bye. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and then 7, 6. We're going to have up to that one right here. Okay. These are going to kind of keep close. And we're going to start off with bag number 1. Bag 1. Okay. And if you've been joining me this week, you know that I've been playing Pokemon Indigo League in the background. I religiously watch Pokemon from Indigo League all the way to Horizons as a yearly tradition. Usually I watch it, not even close to Pokemon Day, I usually watch it closer to my birthday. It's like my little guilty pleasure. Alright, so bag 1. We got gears in this one. And some of the rotators in this one. episode I'm on. I kind of have it like scattered all over the place as far as which ones I'm watching. But this is the one where there's like that creepy doctor. That's like hitting on every single girl that comes on. Alright, so let's start off with our 3 base plates over here. And we're going to grab our, I believe this is a 10 by 2 or 12 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's a 10 by 2 that I have to get. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 by 2. It's going to take up 4 prongs on the outer sides. That's 4, and then 4 with this one right in the middle. I will say that when it comes to Mattel, they don't like, I actually hear the click when I'm working with Mattel blocks. That I don't actually hear with Lego. You know how they do the ASMR? Like, it never works when I'm doing it because I feel that I usually don't hear the clicks when I'm doing, like, working with Legos. It's actually pretty interesting. I find it kind of funny. Alright, so this one right here, we're going to put 1. 1. No, I think that's too much. That's interesting. Let's see here. Let's start off with, that's a 6 by 2. Where are the 6 by 2s? Well, it starts with the 6 by 2. Oh, I think it's because I have to have them outside. That's why it's not fitting right. There we go. So you're going to have the edge, just like Eevee, you're going to build along the edge as well. So that's 1, 2. You're going to put a 6 by 2 back to your 10 by 2, 10 by 2. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon. And then there you go. Our base plate right here. I'm gonna be the very best. No one ever was. Okay. From here, we're going to do, what is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 count. Let's see. Each Pokemon to understand. 6, and then that's 1, 2, 3. Why does that seem like a lot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an 8 counter. So it should be these right here. So we're going to start off with an 8 on the side. That's 1. Going to do a 6, 2, and then an 8, 3, 6, 4, and then an 8 again. There you go. I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. You're gonna have your half prong, half tile. 1 on this side, and then 1 on the edge on the other side. With a, what is that, 8 tile along the middle. Searching for and why. Each Pokemon to understand power that's inside. Alright, double city side cap. Gonna start off on the back end over here. And then another one on the opposite side. And 1 in the middle. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, so true. Hope you're doing well. Hi! I haven't seen you in a while. You caught me towards the end on, what was it, Monday? I think I saw you pop in on Monday. How are you, my friend? I haven't been on in a while, huh? I hope you're doing well. Okay. Right there. Sea Boss. Welcome, welcome. I don't remember what was the first build that you came to like check out with me. I really don't know. I don't think you got to see me build Eevee though. Alright, so we're gonna have 4 of the double sitting side caps. So that's 1. That's an overhead. We need the sitting ones. So that's 2. I'm great. Yes, a long time. I know. 3 and 4. I've been taking a break from Amazon Live. Only because of the holiday. I feel like just overall I took a big long break during the holiday season. Being mom and having like family over kind of like took a lot of energy, and I feel like I even needed a whole month and a half to recover. But that's why, like, Pokemon Day, I was like, hey, I have so many builds for Pokemon, I might as well wait to go live and feel like nice and refreshed and just wait until like it's closer to Pokemon Day. And here I am. Are you a fan of Pokemon? I actually, like I said, I don't remember what was the build that you joined live the first time, but I feel like I was probably doing Bowser. I think I was building Bowser when you first came in. Did they give me a wrong piece? I feel like I got, oh no. No wrong pieces. I'm just overzealous and I started building this side. On this side, it's only on the edges right there because we're going to put a single 4 in the middle. Single 4 in the middle. Boop, 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 boop. See, I'm not even putting it on the right one. Okay, single 4. Nope, that's a 5. Why did I think it was a 4? I thought it was a 4. It was not a 4. Here's the 4. I just popped it and found you. Aww. Do you like building? I don't think I've ever actually asked you if you build. 4x2 next. And this is where I start having to make sure that I'm facing it the right way. Otherwise, we're going to have to go back. That is going to be a 6x2 next to it right here. 6x2 with a 4x2 next to that. I do a lot of sing-song. I love to sing, even though like I will probably like stop myself because it's a horrible sight for you guys. I feel anyway. From there, we're gonna grab a single 2. That single 2 is gonna live right next there, and we're gonna grab 1, 2, and 3 of these. With this one next to the single 2. I don't build, but my college-age daughter does. Oh, really? Ooh, what is her favorite build so far that she's done? Does she like talk to you about the different builds that she's made? My daughter is getting into building. She's 6 years old this weekend. Happy birthday to my daughter, you guys. She's turning 6 years old. And she's a particular one. I usually don't give out a lot of information, but I find it interesting to like let you know that we don't celebrate her birthday every single year. She's one of those special people. When I went into labor with her, she was like, "Well, I'm supposed to come March 10th, but I'm not. I'm gonna take advantage that it's a special like a special year, and come on that one day that we don't see every year." So you could imagine the jokes in my family. I'm not sure what she does. Her boyfriend started her on it. Really? Yeah, I'll let her know you said happy birthday. Oh, yeah, that's always fun because then you find like a little hobby. For Valentine's Day, I found a king mold model. It's interesting because I've done king mold models, but they're the car ones, and I saw that they do replicas of like Star Wars lightsabers and stuff. But of course, since they don't have the licensing, they don't call it that. But I found a replica that is of the dark saber, and I got two. I got one for myself and I got one for my husband because I knew that if I got only one for myself, it was gonna automatically disappear. So I was like, I have to get his too, and that's what I went ahead and I did. And I gave it to him for Valentine's Day, and I was like, I'm giving you a choice now. And he was like, because you will not see him anywhere near building blocks. Whenever I finish one, even the smallest build, like I could show him this, okay? To me, I'm all like, oh, this was kind of simple. This was kind of easy. And he would see this and be like, I don't know how you did that. Because he does not do well with like little pieces and like manual things. So I told him, I, in my effort to make sure that we have time together because we have two kids, so you can imagine how that time together kind of gets sometimes. Uh, I got it for him, and I told him you could choose one of two things: either I build it for you, and then you just display it, or you take the plunge and you build yours side by side with me, or like we exchange each other's. I don't know, a big token of affection. Like I built and I struggled to build this for you. And he surprised me because he actually decided that he wants to build it with me. So I'm like super excited to get that started. When we'll actually have time to build it together, I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel very proud of him that he decided to go that route. I don't think he's gonna fall in love with building, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it's not gonna automatically change his mind of how he feels about building. But at least he'll have one of memory of, oh, well, at least I did this, right? Okay, gonna grab two of these. I think this is just a holder one because that's pretty tight in there. Nope, this is the wrong one. Oh no! It's like stuck in there. Jessie Bell. That one's stuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to see how I can fix that. And I think I'm gonna have to fix it now because I think that's the only. Oh no, I have one here. Okay. There we go. Right there. Okay, so first one in. And then next one right there. Gonna grab 1 and 2. Jessie Bell. Whenever I see this episode, I always feel like, does he ever have like feelings for Jessie, like herself? I find it kind of funny. Alright, that's gonna be straight up, vertical, and then we're gonna add this one right here. Right there. See? Oh no. So when it came to Butterfree, I accidentally did grab the wrong one for the wrong side. And I didn't notice I did that until like the end when I was trying to put the wing on and it wasn't clipping on right. So now I'm like so nervous that I'm putting it wrong, and then this was like a little bit not leveled. I was like, oh no, I did it again. And then I forgot that one of them is like on a stepping stool. Have those moments where I'm like, oh crap. Anyways, Moving on, we got our, what is this? This is a 8, a single 8 right on top of this single 8 with a double 4 right next to that, and a double 4 right down the middle here with a slanted piece. Where's the slanted piece? And then this. Okay. One and two. I'm like not gonna be able to talk next week, you guys. I decided to go live every single day this week, and between today and tomorrow, the builds that I have, I'm like, I am not gonna be able to talk at all. I'm like starting to feel like that little tickle in my throat. Okay. This one right across. From here, we're going to turn it around and hold it like so. We're going to do some filling in on this side. Starting off with an L right in the corner over here. And then this side is going to be a single piece on top. No. Wait, how does that work? Oh, a single piece right on here, because it's going to attach it all together with a 4. That's a 5. With a 4 covering the top and connecting these two. See you next time. Bye! Thanks for stopping in today. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Alright, from here we're going to do 2 L's. L1 and then L2 is going to be in between the rotators. Right there. Gonna have a double 4. No, it's a double 3. We're here on this top. Then we're gonna have a tall 4 right next to that. Single on top of this 4 side cap. 4 side cap. Right in the, right on there. I think it's gonna be tiling in there. I think. I'm pretty sure it is. This is gonna be a tall 8. Right there. We're gonna get started on some of these gears. I'm always afraid of the gears because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna put them wrong. But so far, I've been doing good. Okay, that's not it. We need the rotator with the crisscross. And go in there with the first gear, which is going to be the large gear you have. Right in there. Got motion. Okay, turn it around. The gear is going to be in the inside, as you might have guessed. And then we're going to grab the single rotator brick. I should have another one. Oh, it's the one that I messed up on. Okay, I gotta see. If you just saw me on YouTube, I kind of like try to see if I can like take it out with my teeth. I really jammed that in there. There we go. I got it. It wasn't working that last time. Alright, so now we're going to add the orange rotator cuff. I'm going to add the little mini gear. This one is going to have the red prongs. So one here and another on the other entrance here with this 3 this single one that is still open, double rotator right in there with, it actually does not rotate, so it's going to be kind of stationary with this one. Look at that. Whee! We got some rotation. Alright, where is this going? This one is going to be going right close to the gear we have already put. Look at that. Whee! Rotation. Rotation. Okay. From there, we are going to be going into this one over here. Grab this one with a double right on top. Rotator right on top. Double, tall double, and then this sided cap right next to that. I'm going to grab a tall 6. This is a tall 6. I'm going to start filling up the top. Slanted single right next to that. Slanted double actually. And then it's going to be a single 4 back here with, what is that? A single 8 in between. Double 4 coming up to the top, to the edge over here with a 3 to cover up this space, and an 8, single 8, then we got a 3, and then a 6. That's what we got so far. So far this wasn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be. Like, usually the first 3 bags are the ones I have like complications with in these builds. But so far right now we're doing okay. Let's see how long that lasts. Alright, rotator. 1, and then the red over here. If we put it towards the front over here, we're going to have the double 3 kind of come up right in front of the gears. Not gears. That's not gears. Anyways, this one, I actually don't have a name for this one. Underbelly. It's one of the underbellies. Underbelly J's. No. Underbelly slant. There you go. Let's call it that. It's going to be a 4 with the side caps. And a single 4 with the side caps as well. That's going to be there for the tiling that we're going to do later. Then from here, we're going to add a single into this area right there with a double on the opposite side to make that line kind of flush and even. From there, we're going to grab a 5. That 5 is going to go right on top of the line that we have created. And if you're just joining me right now, I am working on Pikachu, the Mattel Motion one. It is 59 pieces. 59 pieces. If you're watching me on Amazon, it is featured right now. If you're watching me on YouTube, you could always go on the link in my bio and head over to my Amazon storefront if you want to see more details of the builds. I'm going to submit a single 3. And then if you are watching me on Amazon, feel free to always just take a look at the carousel. Let me know if there's any one in particular that you want to see. Other than that, I am building this one. And every once in a while, I take a break to kind of like give you the breakdown of what we have in the carousel. No one ever was. 1 and 2. Searching far and wide, Pokemon to understand. A tall 2 coming in through the back right there with a side cap piece, double side cap. Me, oh, you're my best friend in a world with lots to find. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all, are so true. You teach me and I teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Okay, and that is it for bag 1. No one ever was. Okay, bag 1. This is what we have so far with bag 1. Going on to bag number 2. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated because I could see that it has more of the tiling in there. Gotta catch 'em so soon. Oh, my best friend, I want to defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Okay, we got some gears in this one. This is probably going to be like the small little details that are in rotation. This one I think is going to have like grass, kind of like Eevee did, that rotates. That's a lot of gears. Oh no, I think this is the bag that's going to give me trouble. Okay. So that's bag number 2 getting started. Let's start off with this piece and one of these rotators. There's 2. I think there's a shorter piece. Yeah, there's a shorter piece. Got the right one? Perfect. And then this one right over here. As far as it can go. Have that flush to the green. And then it's going to be one of these, which is a tall 6. And the crisscross is going to go through the 4th one, the way that I'm counting it. And then it's going to go on the first one when it comes to this one. Okay, going into one of these holders, stoppers. I call them stoppers. It's going to be 1. Then we're going to have a gear. Should be like the regular gear. I don't think it's... Is there a difference? No. No difference. So they're all the same. So this one's just going to be facing down. And then it's going to be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. Right there. Then we're going to add this one. This one's also going to be on number 4 with another stopper right here. This is going to come over here, and one side, the one, we're going to have the green facing the blue. This is going to come in here. Start off there. Right there. And it looks like it's sealed up. There we go. So we still a little up. I got it! Yay! Okay. From here, we're going to grab one of the smaller crisscrossies. Not the one that has the stopper, but just the regular one. And it's going to go with a stopper. And then the gear. And it looks like the gear has to be like flush to the front here. With this one, green gear, 2 stoppers, 1 and 2, 2 stoppers with the green gear with the blue facing in. This one. Make sure that this is going to rotate here. Look at that. We got rotation. Look at that. That's so cool. I love these builds because of the mechanics. I don't know. Maybe I was a mechanic in another life. Or engineer? Probably. Okay. I'm going to grab the other one of these. And it's going to be a similar build. Going here with a 3. And it's going to be 1 and a 2. Gear facing up. Gear facing down. With this one. And this one is going to go over here with the brown larger gears. And it looks like I'm putting it differently. We need the 2 on the outside, the 4 on the inside. And I was doing it the other way around. Wait, hold on. I think this one right here is supposed to be facing a different way. This one's supposed to be facing out. There we go. And now we'll have some motion. Yay! We got motion. Beep. Okay. Gonna cover up some of this stuff. Have this one facing up. It's gonna be a 4 on the bottom over here. 4, tall 2, and tall 4. Come up over here. Right there. With Decided one. That's one. Sitting side cap, tall sitting side cap, going into a 4, and then another double side cap with a 4x2. It's gonna be this one with a stopper, and then this one, green gear, blue facing up, stopper, stopper with the blue facing in, this way again. This one doesn't have anything attached to it yet, so let's see what that's gonna look like. Okay, then we're gonna do over here. It's gonna be L. L, another L in the inside over here. L. With this is going to be a 4x6 that is going to come in over here and hang off the top. We're sealing it up. We're sealing it up. Yay! Okay. From here, it's going to be these. You're going to have one on the edge, so it's flush to this side. And this one as well. Right there. With a single 4 over here. No. If you face it this way, it would be a single 4 right here. Single 4. Single 4. That one's going to be a single 8. Corner. I kind of, you know, Psyduck is so lovable that I kind of wish if I would actually make sure I had a Psyduck, and the Psyduck would just hang out at home. I wouldn't even travel with him. He would just hang out at home, and he would be there for comic relief. I was talking to my husband earlier today, being like, "Oh, Mercedes is like Espeon." No, I think she's more like Psyduck. Where it's like she's just there. I wonder what he'll say if I say that. She's just there. There's nothing in particular that she's doing. She just hangs out. That's going to be an 8. Yeah. An 8. And we're going to go into a 4. With a 2. Oh no, this is going to be an L. 4. That's going to be a 4x4. Coming over here. Flushing out the top. That's 1. And then put that on that side. We're going to have this one that's going to be flush to both the edge over here and the 4x4. With a 2 and a 4. Poor Psyduck. Like I said, I would definitely love to have Psyduck just hanging out. He would probably stand in the corner just like this the whole time, and then just like Mercedes, my dog, the moment that I move, he would probably waddle and just follow me around. I'd be okay with that. He would not be like one of my travel companions, realistically speaking, but he could just hang out. I would make sure he wouldn't evolve to Golduck either. Like, no, you're staying Psyduck. I feel like he would get like, tired of my shiznits, that he would be like, I'm gonna evolve myself. And he's gonna have, like, this whole secret life where he trains himself to the point that one day I'll be like, you're not Psyduck, you evolved. Like, who in the world has been training you? You just showed up. Alright. This episode cracks me up. I don't know. Every single time I see an episode where Psyduck comes on, I'm like, you can't help but smile. You really can't. Okay. We're starting with the tiling, you guys. If you're just joining me, I am building the one that is highlighted on Amazon Live. If you're not watching me on Amazon Live, this is the Pikachu Motion from Mattel collection. I am super excited for the Lego drop that's gonna happen tomorrow, and I have my countdown for midnight. I'm super excited, and I can't wait for mine to come in. As a gift, my husband got me the Blastoise and Charizard and Ivysaur one. And he, with that one, just basically flat out told me I am not allowed to get gifts for the rest of the year. See, that's the bad part about knowing how much your gifts cost, because you're like, oh, then that means like we're not gonna have the discussion with anything else, huh? That's okay. I love it. I am so for it. I am super excited to build that. I feel like that one, I actually don't even know how many pieces it is, but I feel like it's going to be a project just like Bowser was. Bowser, I don't even know how many, I don't even remember how many pieces it was. I just knew that it was like 2-hour blocks for like 6 days straight. I enjoyed it though. I am here for it. I love my building time. So I'm super excited for that to arrive. I would have thought it would have arrived today, but I guess it's not going to be in here for, like, it's not going to be here at the time of, like, I was hoping that it was going to be here today, and then I was going to wait, kind of like Christmas, you know, because it was Pokemon Day Eve, and then I was going to go ahead and open it at midnight. I'm Hispanic, so we celebrate Christmas at midnight. That's when we open everything. Not everything. A part of my sister's tradition and mine is that now that we've implemented with my family too, my kids and stuff, and my husband, we do the 24th, which is the Hispanic tradition. I'm Guatemalan, and then we also do. So we're in charge of Hispanic Christmas. My husband is in charge of American Christmas. That's what we call it. So we have dinner on the 25th, and then we have dinner on the 24th as well. So if you're ever hungry for like Hispanic food, my place on Christmas. That's when I go ham and I like cook all the different recipes I know how to cook. That usually throughout the year I do not cook. Did I mess up? I think I messed up. How does that work? going to be a 5. Oh no, it's this one. No, that's not it. Where did I mess up? Okay, this is 4, 5. That's a 5. They should be 4 5s. Oh no. Okay. So which one's that one? Let's see. I guess this is the side that's supposed to have the 6. This is the side that's supposed to have the 6. This is the side that's supposed to have the 5. Okay, I guess I have this that's gonna go somewhere else. Okay, I see. Alright, but yeah, so this is the Pikachu. So far right now, I would have to say that even though I love Eevee, my Butterfree is definitely the number 1 on my list right now. This was so much fun to build. And I know I'm going to have to fight my husband with it. I might have to try to see if I can find another one and build that one. Look at Butterfree. She's so cute flying. Okay. Takes away the best. Ultimate test. Gotta catch them all. I actually don't know how to sing along to this one. This is like the one song that probably I do not sing along with. Because I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not singing the right Pokemon at the right time. Destiny. A star. Let's see here. I'm also super excited for Copia. That one I also haven't gotten a notification that's on its way yet. No lie, I normally don't do a lot of like pre-orders, and I feel like this time around I did the pre-order thinking that I was gonna okay, I'll get that later. Thinking that I was gonna be like playing it right off the bat, like come Pokemon Day Eve. I don't know. I'm still trying to like mess around with that. But I lied to myself. Nothing is here yet. Nothing's here yet. So I don't know how I feel about like I don't know how I feel about pre-orders right now. Me, oh, you're my best friend, and the world must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch up, my heart's so true. This goes here. Maybe that's why it flew off. You teach me and I teach you. Okay. From there, we're gonna add this single tile that we have left over. And it's gonna be on this side. Right there. Whoop. Be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my test. To train them is my cause. I would travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all with me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend, and I will not defend. Is that wrong? So true. How does that make sense? Oh no, it's right. It's right. For a moment, I thought it wasn't. But it falls where it's supposed to fall. Yes. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be like over. Okay, there we go. There's like missing prongs here, so I had to like guess at it. I had to be like, is it here? And it is. Okay. That one, and then the corner. Right there. Bye-bye, gears. Look, we got movement. So usually these are not as complicated. Like the bases do have a lot of work into them, and usually that's where I spend most of my time. But usually the problems don't start until I actually put like the figure, like the actual Pokemon figure on there. Then it starts kind of like not balance. Like you have to, it's a balancing act that you make sure that it doesn't fall over or something. Like Geodude. Geodude actually helped me. Let me show you. Yesterday I did Geodude, and I could tell you that this part right here was not staying in place. And I was starting to believe that it was not going to be a good functioning part because it kind of like kept getting stuck on the bottom. But the moment that you put this part here, it falls into place. Like you hear the click and it stays, and then you have like this motion. I love how that looks. I didn't think I was actually going to like this one because it was giving me so much trouble right here. But it definitely came through. It came through. But tomorrow, depending on how I do with Pikachu today, I'm super excited to crack this one open tomorrow. This one is 1,107 pieces. This one should be a little bit easier, even though it might take me around the same time as it's going to take me to do Pikachu. Because it's ages 8 and up, so you know that's going to be not as much tiling. That's what I kind of like figure, that when it comes to this, that's what it means. The smaller pieces you have, the more the age group kind of goes up, I feel. But I'm super excited to crack that one open tomorrow. So I'm hoping that I finish Pikachu today. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Gonna add this one. That's a square, a double, and then a double with a double 4 in the tile, double 4, a 2, it's a 3 with another 3 at the top, or so I thought, because I don't see another 3. What? Why is that? Oh no, it's turned around. There we go. A 3 with a half tile, half prong on the top, bottom right there. Okay. Whoop. From here, we're gonna grab one of these. This is gonna have, is it this one? No, it's this one. This one's gonna be right on top. And this one's gonna go right here. Right on the edge. I'm gonna have a cream color button, the brown button right over here, another brown button right here, and this one that's gonna go right in here on top. Nothing on the bottom. Okay, and that is bag number 2. Bag number 2. Yay. Gonna put these away. And we're gonna move on to bag number 3. Bag number 3. Gonna finish up the tiling, I guess. Yeah, I could definitely tell the difference of the build between this one and Eevee. Eevee was 300 and some pieces more, but even in building this part right here, it feels like Eevee was definitely more complicated than this one. This one's kind of moving a little bit faster in comparison, I feel. Alright, so here we're going to start off with a single 2. If I find it. Single 2, where are you? These are side caps. Am I not going to start with the single 2? I think I'm not going to start with the single 2. Oh, I'm looking for a single 2 and it's an actual L that I'm looking for. No wonder I can't find it. And then we're going to do a 4, single 4, right over here. Overhead side cap, overhead side cap, and one last one, overhead side cap with an angled tile. Make sure it's the right one to complete the angle right there with a 2. Is that a 2? That should be a 2. And a wedge. Where is a green wedge? Green wedge. Right there. Slant. That's going to come over here.
Look, it's another one. If we just follow these eggs, they'll lead us all the way to Team Rocket. Wow, they're pretty dumb, aren't they? Leaving us a trail of broken eggs.
If they're so dumb, how come they're the ones who have the egg?
I guess you have a point there.
Small tile.
Must be in there.
Next. A single 2 tile. And then another slanted piece.
What's that? Your scrambled eggs. That's definitely the egg.
Okay, so we're going to grab the 5. And on here, we're going to add first the button right down the middle. And then we're going to grab these ovals, 1 and 2 ovals. And over here, we're going to add 2 buttons. That's 1 and 2. This one is going to go right in here.
That's funny. And all along I thought this was our egg.
On the red, going to start off with a 4 right over here over the red, and then this one flush to that. It's going to cover up the whole part, the whole gray part. Then on this part right here, we're going to do some tiling. Going to start off with this kind of weird corner piece facing down. And then another similar one to that, facing the other way. Like that. With this one coming in. And gonna skip 1 and 2, put it right there. And then another one similar to that. That's gonna come up on the top. And sit right with 1 prong on top. Right there. I really love the tiling on these. I'm excited to see what that tiling for this one looks like. But like, if you take a look at Eevee, first you have the gears exposed right here. Then you have kind of like a crack, as if you're kind of like you broke through. And then it goes into some of the design that it created right here with the flowers and stuff. This one I know is going to be a little bit different. So that was Eevee's detailing. Butterfree's detailing is like little clouds. I have little clouds as if she's flying. I really like that. The little clouds. Geodude and Golbat didn't have any tiling, but I think it's because it's the mini motion ones. So they mostly focused on leaving it clear so that you could see how the mechanics work. So even this part right here, you have it open so that you could actually see how it goes up and down. And then when it comes to Geodude, they essentially did the same thing, just no openings at all. Here, I still feel like, me personally, Eyesore, I would probably add a button or something, but it's not necessary. They don't have it there. But like, they left this open for you so that you could see that there's like a rubber band to create that like jump. And it's all windows because they want you to see how the mechanics work. And I love that about these models. I like seeing, I'm a behind the scenes buff, so I love seeing how it's supposed to be created. This one, they don't have any windows, so you actually don't have that. It's kind of reminiscent of Butterfree that is all covered. You're just gonna have the part right there. So, but I do like that these gears feel a little bit more secure, because the crank on Eevee, that one feels like it could fall off at any moment, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up having a crank right here too. Maybe, maybe not. No, I think we are. I think the crank's gonna go there. Alright. Togepi. Alright, here we're gonna look at the back side, and we're gonna start with one of these. These I call shoes. I'm gonna add a shoe. A shoe. One of the light gray on the top and one of the light grays on the bottom, with a dark tone gray in the middle, with a base plate. I think this is a 8x4. No, yeah, 8x4. And then an 8x4. I'm gonna do the same pattern as you did over here. So start off with the gray. I actually find that interesting. Is it supposed to hang off? It is supposed to hang off. That the other side was supposed to hang off? I don't think so. No, that one's supposed to be right on there. Interesting. Okay. And then one light gray shoe. Light gray shoe. With another one, light gray shoe. Light gray shoe. This part makes me laugh. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I am watching Indigo League Pokemon in the background. And it's the episode where Togepi hatches and everybody's like fighting, and Meowth is fighting for himself so that he could keep Togepi. I find that funny. 1, 2, 3. Here we're gonna add some tiles at the top. At the top, I mean like finish it off right here. That's one. You're gonna grab one of the same ones, turn it around, put it in the corner, and then all 4 corners are gonna have these tiles. So that's another one. And 2. Oh, they're lightning bolts. I get it. I didn't put that 2 and 2 together until like I kind of like saw it out like a little bit further back. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even notice that on the manual. That's so cute. It's thunderbolts. Lightning bolts. Thunderbolts. From here, we're going to finish the enclosing here. Starting off with the 4x4. 4x4. With the 4. Right on there. Then we're going to add the 3, which is going to leave this open for most likely the crank. And do a 4x2. And then the 4 at the back. And here we're going to do bottom part of the lightning bolts, top part, and it's going to share one prong with this one at the bottom and one of these at the top. Let's see, where are we at right now? We are at 1.5 hours, and so far we are pretty much done with the base. I don't know how much of, yeah, I think the next bag might actually not be, oh, the next bag is basically some of the detailing on the top, I think. So the base for this one was only 3 bags. In comparison to Eevee, that was much more than that. I think 6 bags of Eevee were the base. But inside, I feel like it was a little bit more complicated because of the whole fact that you have the window that you can see the gears. So I think it had to be a little bit more intricate in the inside so that it was actually worth having that there. I feel like that might be something. Let's see here. From here, we did the tiling. Tiling. This side over here is going to have 2 rotators inside of the rotating cuffs. It looks like there's going to be something kind of like hanging off from here. And that's essentially bag number 3. Are we on bag 4? We're on bag 4. We're making great time. I didn't think we were going to be here. Where is that piece? Do I not have that piece yet? Okay, yeah. Alright. So this is the result of 3 bags so far. We do have a rotating functional mechanism in there. This is probably where he's gonna, Pikachu is gonna be kind of like standing on. So it's probably gonna have something that's gonna hook him on both sides. And then this is the part that's going to make the motion happen. This one is not really connected to anything yet, so I'm not quite sure if it's just there for aesthetic. Because I actually closed everything up, so it doesn't really have anything in particular. So it's pretty much going to be here. Because the actual crank is going to go there, so I think that's what's going to attach it all. Alright, so here is bag number 4, which is only one little thing. That's actually interesting. I'm telling you, this is completely different than when I did Eevee because it's much more smaller, I guess. I guess 300 pieces really does make a difference. So that's bag 4. I'm gonna have these little flowers. It looks like we're gonna make like a little vine or something. We'll see right now. Pokémon. Wartortle. Ooh, these are like puzzle pieces. And it looks like we're gonna attach them all together. This is cool. Oh my god, this is so exciting. Okay, I like things like this. Very intricate. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and build this part right here. wanna be the very best one ever was. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, with this one right on top. So it's gonna slide through here. This is cool. So if you notice, there's like this little ridge right here. That's gonna go right here. I don't know how it's gonna actually clip though. Interesting. So we're gonna keep that there. These all are gonna be 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I feel like maybe we do have an extra one. Let's see. Let's do by fours. Here's 4. Here's 4. Here's 4. If it was. Here's 4. Real test to train them is my cause. Okay, yeah, we have one extra. Alright, from here, it looks like it's going to face this way. And this is going to clasp on to here. My fingers are going to hate me. I know it's my destiny. Okay. Gotta catch on what was so true. All through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. There you go.
Onward towards Cinnabar Gym, hoping to win his 7th badge. But along the way, other challenges will play an important part in his training. Rhyhorn, I choose you!
Bulbasaur, I choose you!
Rhyhorn, take down now!
I already lost count. I started singing and I lost count.
Get out of its way! Rhyhorn's takedown.
Alright. That really hurts. I haven't. How many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I didn't even make it to 10 before I started complaining on how that hurts.
Bulbasaur, return! What are you doing, Bulbasaur? Return!
Okay, I thought that was gonna help. That did not help. That made it harder, I think.
Lousy trainer, kid. Won't even listen to me.
Okay, let's put that aside. Let's try to do this here, and then we'll attach it together. I don't know what that would actually help, but clearly I was able to put it on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
You sure chopped me down to size, kid. Your Bulbasaur's great.
5,
Your Rhyhorn isn't so bad either.
Bulbasaur can never settle for
6,
being second best, can it, Ash?
Ash's Pokemon are really stubborn.
7,
Just like Ash's. That's the way to win,
8.
Bulbasaur.
I don't know if you guys can see those dents. Look at that. It's like I have dents on my fingers right now. Okay. Let's attach these. Look at that. That is so cool. I really like this. I want more stuff with this. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay.
Bulbasaur's mysterious garden.
Doo-doo-doo. That one.
Something is really wrong with my
That one.
Bulbasaur. I think it must be sick. I wonder if this Bulbasaur is... Please, you gotta save it no matter what. Please, Nurse Joy. I can't make any promises until I examine it. But I'll do whatever I can.
Those first ones kind of like
It's gotta be okay.
was a little bit harder.
What's the matter, Togepi? Is something wrong? Huh?
Oh, I went too far. Yay!
What's happening?
Okay. Let's make sure here that I don't need the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I miscounted, so I'm not even sure if I counted right. But I know that I grouped them up in 4, so we should be fine. Alright, let's see here. So this is now going to go all the way over here. Is it the 2's? No, it's this side going in.
They say that at a certain time of the year, Bulbasaur gather together from all
It has it so that you're supposed to slide it in, but it doesn't make a difference, I feel.
every year.
I feel like I'm able to kind of like just put it in.
The planets and the faces of the moon.
My vocabulary, you guys.
Looks like you got here in just the right time for the festival.
Okay, right there.
Bulbasaur go to evolve.
Let's see how this
Have you
goes.
ever heard of the
Because, like, it says to slide it through, but it doesn't really matter. It's just hanging out.
Since no human being has ever seen the
Okay.
garden clearly, most people think
So
it's nothing
2,
but an illusion. Look at
4,
these flowers
and
sparkle.
6.
That's not an illusion. The mysterious garden must be someplace
I'm
out
gonna
there.
do
The mysterious
1,
garden. I want to see that.
2,
What about you, Pikachu? Want to see it?
3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm putting it the wrong way. 5 and 6. And then it's going to be this dome right on top of that one. I really don't understand why it's telling me to slide. It's not doing anything in particular, so... Oh. Oh! Could it be that it's so that I could focus on this? Like, this is nothing to do with it? Because it's asking me to slide it so that I could essentially have it like this and add the next ones. So is that supposed to be a tool? Okay. That's interesting. Alright, so here we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6, and then with this one coming over here at the top. Right there. I think that's what it is. It's a tool. I made my own tool. That's so cool. Okay, now we're gonna slide it again. Right there. And we're gonna do 6, starting with the one on top.
What's the matter, Pikachu?
So 1,
You mean something happened to Bulbasaur?
1,
Hey, Bulbasaur isn't in the room. Pikachu, what happened? Do you know where it went?
2, 3,
Oh, this place is dreaming. It makes me feel just
4,
like a princess in a fairy tale.
I feel another sneeze coming. I hate this spark.
5,
I have allergies.
and 6.
Disappointing.
You both give me a rash. Quit your jabbering. We
With
got
this
a job
one
to do.
right there.
Yes, we're gonna get you, Pikachu.
And there ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Okay. And then 1,
Oh, it's a Bulbasaur bonanza.
2,
I'm taking Bulbasaur Monkey Presents.
3, 4, 5, 6, and the knob. That's so cool. I made my own tool. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use this. It says remove the temporary piece.
Those Bulbasaur are gonna pay for this.
We won't take this lying down.
Yeah, it was just a tool to have a tool. That's cool. I don't know if it would have been any different if I would have done it here, but I guess because of this right here, that's why you have this little tool to have it right here, because otherwise, if you tried doing this, it would be moving all over the place. That is so smart. I am kind of, like, I'm very shocked. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. That's gonna be here. I was wondering why this was exposed. This is so cool. I really like this. Oh my god. No lie, I think this is definitely going to be one of my favorites in how it looks. Because it's a chain and it's going to rotate. Let's see if I get it. Ready? It's going to have the crank here. But look at that. It's going to run with it. Oh, so cool. Oh, that would make sense because now we're going to build the other piece here that's going to close it all up. Okay, I was wondering why we didn't do any tiling here and that this was exposed, but it's not exposed. I feel like maybe I should have paid attention to the box. Probably the box shows it. And I didn't pay attention. That is a very big possibility. Alright, so these are all done for right now. Our little special tool came in handy. I'm going to save that for another time. And we're going to move on to number 5. Number 5! 5! And this should be the last bag that has to do with the base. So bag 5. And if you're just joining me, I am working on the Mattel Motion Pikachu. I am counting down my days to Pokemon Day, which right now, the build that we're working on is the Pikachu. I have done a different build every single day this week, starting since Sunday. And we are, I don't even know what day we're on. Let's see. Can I do the count? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on day 5 of this like little build-a-thon that I'm like kind of going through. And before we get started, let me actually tell you the way that it went. So we started off with our Pokedex over here. We started off with the Pokedex. This is the Kanto Region Pokedex, Mattel. You'll notice that right here it doesn't have anything. That's because I have built this one over and over. And for some reason, these two pieces I am missing. I have a bunch of boxes here, and so that's why this piece, I cannot find it. But I know that once I move all the boxes I have here, of all the builds that I've been doing, I'll find it. But this piece right here comes off so that you essentially have an opening so you could pop this out. Because this one comes with 5 different plates and its own little stand, okay? Comes with 5 different plates and its own little stand where you can choose which one from Eevee, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. You could choose which one you're going to use and then store all of them right here in the same little holder. They are holographic. Only call out I do have is if they're holographic, I would have wished that it would have been a holograph between the evolutions. But since you have Eevee here, maybe perhaps that's why they didn't opt to do in that direction, because that would have been something. Even though it would have been 4 different pictures, that would have been kind of complicated to do, I feel. So anyways, this one has 2 little prongs over here that you could essentially clip it on. It also has an interactive light to kind of give you the sense of it's reading the Pokemon and it's giving you the Pokemon, like, you know, reading. These, unlike, I'm excited because now that Lego is doing Pokemon, we might end up getting another, I'm hoping that the next wave includes a Pokedex, and I hope that they do the Kanto region too, just because I would want to see and compare both of them. Because the Game Boy, I got to build the Game Boy, and that one has reception, like, you know, it's reactive to the motions. This one, they did not put that detail in there. I feel like it might also be because of the piece count and probably like ages 13 and up. I know that the Game Boy, I feel the Game Boy was like 18 and up. I don't remember. but it does have that resistance towards every button that makes you feel like it's an actual handheld. This one, I would love to see what they do with it, but this one is the Mattel version that I simply love too. I've built this one maybe about 4 or 5 different times. Two of those times I've built it with my daughter, and she personally loves that one. So that was day one. Along the side, this Ivysaur postcard um, that has the opposable Ivysaur on it. If you have seen Mattel and like the little Lego builds that come in the ball, essentially that's what you're building with Ivysaur. Togepi over here, he is just hanging out. That one's from the Pokemon Center build, which I do have, but I have it up on a shelf. So if you do want to see that one, let me know. I'll bring it down. But aside from that, essentially, I have my little Pokemon that are just hanging out. Mostly because my daughter gets them and she's like, "Oh, I want to play with them." So she actually plays with them and kind of like does little figures and like make them move and stuff. But since I had this opening here, because you could put Ivysaur on either side, I decided to bring Togepi into the picture and add him over here. Hold on. Now I can't find it. He was hanging out. There we go. So it's like a little sunny day with a little cherry blossom. I think it's super cute. It's opposable, so this comes out. I do wish that the leaves on Ivysaur were a little bit wider, but overall, like, it's pretty cute. So that was part of day one builds. From there, we moved over to Butterfree, who was our second day. Second day. And I had a little bit of difficulty because I put the wrong one on the wrong side. But as you can see, you have motion in the flowers. This one doesn't have any showing of the different gears. So everything's closed up. You have the detail of clouds because she's flying. And her feet back here, you can actually put them in different positions depending on where. Um, if so much, the most difficult part on this one was the whole fact that I put the wrong gear in the wrong side, so I had to go back and kind of like change that. But I think she's super cute. Look at her. Aww. Butterfree. Then day 3 was Mr. Golbat here. This one, I love the whole fact that it's not gears, it's a button. And just moving. All of it basically, you could see here that there's like a rubber band mechanism that when you push it down, it pushes this up. I think it's very smartly designed. I can't wait to see what, if Lego does any type of motion, what they'll bring to it, because especially when it comes to Bowser, I love how his head moves and his jaw moves and his arms are a little bit opposable. But it does make me wonder what they're going to do when it comes to future builds. I'm excited to see what the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise one is like, because I think you can still, like, you could have them displayed separately or you could have them together. But this is definitely Geodude. Looks pretty cute. I didn't even know that that was his mouth. I didn't pay attention to the box. But once again, you have that rubber banding mechanism, and here you can actually see how it all works in unison to make sure that he's able to have that motion in the arms, because you also see it on this side. And at first, I won't lie, I thought I was going to struggle with this one because this would not stay in place. It's not until you cover it all and you put in this piece that it all makes sense. Other than that, I kind of did struggle with this one, but it wasn't so bad. And now, today, we're working on Pikachu. I personally love these models. The rotation just really does give a different life to them. And my daughter, even though it might be a little too challenging for her to build, I know that someday she'll build them, but she loves coming in and just like, rotating them, or she actually has not seen Golbat and Geodude, but I know that the moment she does, she's going to not want to stop pushing that little button. Alright, so let's get into bag number 5 over here. So bag 5, we're going to finish off the, what is it called? The base. I'm going to start off with a 4x2. 4x2. Let's see how far we go. Right now it's already 1:11 in my local time here in Eastern Coast. And I know that I'm basically going to be live until 2:30 today. So let's see how far I get. I wonder if I'm going to have to come back live tomorrow or if I should just finish it to later today. So let's start off with, what is that? That is a 4x single 4. It should take up 2 from this one, and then this one should leave 4 right there. That one right there, and this is gonna come kind of complete this part right here. Okay, this facing this direction is gonna be this side. It's just gonna hang out with the single, and then this one's gonna have over the top. Right there with a single 2 at the top. Single 2 right here over here at the top. Okay, gonna have this tile, which should be 2 and 2. Yes. And then from here, we're gonna put some sitting side caps in the light gray to fill in the middle, which most likely this is gonna be the side that's gonna have the nameplate. These builds all come with nameplates for them, for the builds. Evie came in with 6 different nameplates, all different languages. I know that it has the English translation, it has the Japanese translation, and I want to say that most of them all come with a Spanish translation, but I actually don't know the names of them in Spanish to verify that. I'm pretty sure that the instructions actually tell you what languages it comes in, but I haven't really paid attention to that. You're my best friend in the world we must defend. Gotta catch on my heart so true. Okay, from here it's gonna be sitting side cap, a double on here and a double on the opposite side, with a single side sitting side cap on the backs of both of those. I wanna be the very best, no one ever was. Sitting side cap here in the front to dream and miss my cause. And that's gonna be a single 6 and a single 6 on the other side. Let's see, where is it? Single 6. Nope. Gotta catch a mercy with me. I know it's my destiny. Okay. It's gonna be a tall 2 over here, and then 1 on the opposite side. Catch a mercy so true. With this long one straight across. I'm not even sure how many prongs that is. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. A single 16. Alright. Then we're going to grab the red with the hinge facing outward because it's going to attach. Then it's going to be the red 4 count side cap and then the blue 4 count side cap with a single 2 in the gray on the top. That's 1 and 2. And then it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. One on that side, and then the other one's going to be a single 6. And as you can see, it's going to go right in there. Going to continue with the tall side caps. Going to start off with a double right over here. Corner and a single-sided. And then on this side, oh, we're also going to add a hinge. That's 1. This is the single-sided, and then the corner, with the hinge, tall 2. And the inside is going to be a tall 2 on each side, and in the middle is going to be a tall 4 side cap. It's going to be a 3, and these you're going to have to make sure that it has the edge sticking out. So that's 1. That's going to be a 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 8 with a double 3 on the side. Going to go into, that's a side cap. We just need the regular single 2, I believe. No, we got L's. I did that last time too. I thought it was a single and then it ended up being L's. Corners. The middle is going to have these, but without the side cap, I believe. Is there a such thing? I don't think so. I think the side cap is just going to face the opposite side. Yeah, it's going to face the opposite side. I wonder why. Oh, maybe so it kind of like rides on top. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and 3. 4. And 4. 4 and 4. Alright, and then from there it's going to be a tile, a single 3 in the tiles on both ends. So that's, well actually no, not both ends, just right there. Then we're going to have one of these right down the middle with a 5 on either side. That's 1 and 2. We're not going to do anything to this side yet, which I'm assuming that's going to be a large piece that's going to connect these two. But before we do that, we're going to enter in some of these tiles, starting with the angle. I would assume that it's going to be this one because it's showing... I would assume it's there. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. This one is not the one I'm looking for. I love when they do the angle parts because I sometimes have to figure out which side it's supposed to be. They don't make it that easy. Like this one, that's not the side it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be one of these 2 ones. And it's going to be this one with this side. Yeah. This one coming in right here. Then we have the long one. because it's facing the other direction. And then that's not one, it's this one with the smaller version on that side with a single square tile. Single square tile. There we go. If you're just joining me, I am counting my way down to Pokemon Day with a different build every single day. Today we are on day 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the things that you see in my carousel, if you're watching on Amazon, those are all, except for 3 of them, I believe, items that I have. The ones that are part of my wish list that are featured in my carousel would have to be the Charizard and the Gyarados. I have been hunting for those, and I definitely need to see if I could get them before they disappear. Especially because I'm pretty sure they started going on sale, and I'm pretty sure they're slowly gonna disappear because of the licensing that Lego has now. So, and I really love these, if I'm being honest with you, because I love the whole motion. I just don't know whether or not we're gonna get something like that with Lego. I hope we do, but you know, only time will tell. Because I know that the Pikachu that they have, I don't think actually has like a movable action part, but I still think it's gorgeous. But this one is supposed to run, and so far right now my favorite piece is definitely this part right here. So you can see that Pikachu is gonna be running through the field with like flowers. I do find it interesting that they didn't keep same mechanics for each of these. So like if you take a look at Eevee, these 2 parts are supposed to rotate while I'm like pulling the crank. It just popped out, and it was too late when I noticed that it popped out. But they're supposed to sway so that it looks like Eevee's running through a field. And with this one, with Butterfree, they ended up going the route of doing flowers instead. And I really love that they really focused on some of the habitats that you would find them in. So you have the flowers kind of like swaying in the wind for the taller stemmed ones. This one, I feel that he's hanging out outside, but he could have easily been in a cave too. But I think they opted not to do that and just have him right by the rocks. Like my story here is that he crushed this one because this one is like so straight. He was like crushing all over the place. Like look. And then Golbat, you actually have him in a scenery where you could assume that he is in a cave because of the different sharp rocks right there. You could actually even think, you know, they could have probably done that too, where he looks like he's hanging upside down, but they didn't. I didn't even think about that. They didn't go that route. And so Pikachu is going to be kind of running in the field too, just like Eevee was. The only difference is that this field, you're actually going to have like little grass parts. I like how they didn't cheat it and just make the same mechanic for all of them, is what I'm trying to say. This one is 1,095 pieces. Eevee was 1,355 pieces, I believe. And I'm definitely seeing the difference in the difficulty, because I feel like Eevee was definitely more intensive when it came to some of the pieces and how much time it took to create the base. The base alone, I think, took me about 4 hours to build. Of course, you know, when you're streaming, it's a little bit different too, because you're kind of stopping and going in comparison to just building offline. But it's still good. I think overall 8 hours for Eevee. I still call that pretty good. Bowser, when I built Bowser, that one took me 2 hours for 6 days. So it was just about the same, I guess. 2 hours, 6 days. I can't do the math. That was not 16 hours, was it? It was 6 days times 2. Oh, 12 hours. But it is double the count. I will say it's double the count. So it kind of makes sense. Oh, this one. Hold on. Here's one. And two. Right here. And then another thunderbolt on the other side. Let's actually start with this side because then it'll give me an idea of where it goes. That's one. And two. Two. And then we're going to do some of this corner part. Here's one. That's one. This one will be over here. That's two. This didn't snap. There we go. That's two. Three right here. And four. Four. And now we get to put the nameplate. Oh, interesting. So Eevee came with 6 nameplates. This one only came with 2. It only came with English and Japanese. Butterfree came... Oh, maybe because it's probably like a common... Everybody knows Pikachu in every language, I guess. That's interesting. The things you learn. Pikachu. And then it's going to be one of these on each side. Right there. And then this side is going to have... Let me see. It's going to be one on top over here and one on the bottom. And then on the other side, we're going to do this one with the same one on the bottom and one on top. And I think that should be it for that. Oh. See, I forgot that's how I did it last time. Alright, so this piece right here, we're going to add the button in the middle. These ovals on either side with 1 and 2. This is going to go right on top over here. And it's just going to slide on top. I forgot that that's how I did it. And now we should be able to connect it. You guys ready? So those two are going to go through there. That one's going to go through there. There's 4 different prongs that you have to align. 2 crisscrossies and then 2 rotator cuffs. And there you go. Now I can't rotate it. Now I have to wait until I build the crank. But you could kind of rotate it like this. Look at that. That's our base for this one. Isn't it cute? I think this is my favorite base. I was loving both Butterfree and Golbat, but this part right here definitely stole the show for me. I think this is my favorite part of this one. There's a rock that goes here, but it kind of like flew into my window, so I need to go grab it. But this is our base. This was bags 1 through 5. We're making great time. I didn't think I was gonna be at this stage right now. I thought it was gonna be longer. So anyways, these are our extras. This one came with 2 nameplates. Pikachu, which I'm pretty sure that's the same way that you spell it in a lot of different languages. So that's why it only comes with 2. And then the Japanese. All right, and now we're gonna move on to. Oh wait, I put it away, but I forgot my tiles over here. So that's one. And this one. I got so excited. That's 2. There we go. Now we're done with those. Alright, we're going to go on to bag number 6, which we're going to start off with the crank that's gonna go on there, and then go into kind of building the stability where Pikachu's butt is gonna hang out. Pikachu's butt. Alright, so let's actually pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we have bag 6, bag 7, wait, hold on. We have bag 10, bag 9, number 8, number 7, and number 6, which is where we're at right now. In total, this build comes with 14 packages. They're not overwhelming though. I remember that when I was building Eevee, it felt more overwhelming because there was a lot of small pieces. This one, I don't know. I feel like this one, 300 pieces makes a difference, I guess. Because that's pretty much the difference between both builds. And I definitely feel that this one it feels a little lighter. It doesn't feel as intense. Like, it's intensive, don't get me wrong. But I feel like I'm getting through this one a little bit faster than Eevee. Okay. So then from here, we're going to build the crank first. I'm going to start off with a 3 hinge. This one's going to have the crisscrossy, which is going to be where we're going to add this crisscross. Make sure it's flush to the back. And then we're going to add these little stoppers over here. So that's 1, 2. It's so windy. I'm so cold too. 2 and 3. Weep. 3. And then on this side, we're going to have this little piece right here. That's going to have... I'm going to put it here. I think it's this one. Where's the yellow piece? Nope, there's no yellow piece. It's the red piece. Okay, so rotator goes in. And then this little cap over that. Turn this around and we're going to add some things over here, starting off with the barrel. Bringing the barrel down. Oh, that's tough. Okay, barrel down. This little ring next to kind of hold it, and then the little tip right there. Whee! Motion. The best. And it looks like it's going to be on this side. Ready? There we go. Look at that. Ah! So exciting. Alright, let's see how this goes. Now we're going to get started on Pikachu. Pikachu! The star. I'm like super cold. Oh, my coffee is no longer hot. I still have like a third of my coffee, but it's not hot. Alright, we have an hour left of the stream. Let's see how far we get. If you want to see how this ends, just stay tuned to social. I'll let you know if I go live. Or, you know, just hit the subscribe or follow button, turn on notifications, and it will let you know when I go live. Right now I don't have anything scheduled for tonight. But if I decide that I am not so tired, you'll probably see me here tonight trying to finish up. It all depends on how far I get right now in this next hour. My goal is to make sure that if I'm working on anything while I'm watching the showcase tomorrow, it's like the end of Pikachu, so that once the showcase is over and I go live, I'm working on uh, the stadium. But we're gonna see how far and how true that's gonna be. All right, because so far right now I'm actually pretty impressed that it's not as bad, especially because I had a certain expectation, especially after doing Eevee. Eevee took me 8 hours, and I think I was probably just not ready mentally. And maybe that's why it took me much longer. Alright, so we got the L. This L, we're gonna add a green crisscrossy first with with the rotator cuff at the end. This white rotator is gonna come on the other side and gonna sit on number 3. With on this side, gonna have gray rotator on the corner side and on number 2. Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong one. Did I? Yes, I did. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, let's try that again. This is not gonna be fun. Alright, so orange rotator. I think I could take these out. Or probably not. I'm gonna have to use the tool. This is what these tools are for. That's one. And 2. Okay, so let's try this again. We're gonna start off with the white one that's gonna live on the number 3 over here. That's 1.
When you got lemons, you make lemonade. And when you got rice, you make rice balls. Eat up, everybody.
And then it's going to be a gray rotator in the corner with a gray rotator on number 3.
Closely watched by a mysterious stranger. What could he possibly be plotting?
Right there. And these are going to come over here on this side and going to live on 1 on both of those. So number 1 and number 1. And it looks like I have it facing the right direction. Okay. From here, we're gonna grab this one, so the smaller piece. Gonna have the white one on number 1 over here, facing opposite you, with the orange on the opposite side. And this one is going to have this orange one come over on number 2 over here. Facing down. Right there. So you can see how that's kind of looking. Do keep in mind, if you visit me on YouTube, you could have a different angle of how the build is being built. If you're on YouTube, you could always head on over to my Amazon Live and see the top view. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to gonna grab number 3. Add the white on number 1 and orange on number 3. Then a 2 is gonna come over here, both rotators on this side, with this one coming in on this side over here, going up and down.
If you wanted to take a picture, why didn't you just ask us first? I didn't want Pikachu to know I was taking pictures of him. I never liked that big of pose.
From there, we're gonna do the same thing, but now it's the opposite side, because it's gonna probably live on this side to hold on to both sides of Pikachu. So crisscrossy on the edge with the rotator cuff
You may not recognize
on
my
the
name,
bottom.
but I'm sure you heard of the photographer who took the only known photo of the legendary
And
Pokemon
then this one, if I face it this way,
Not me.
is going to live, oh, actually here.
Here, look
Mm,
at this issue of Pokémon Time. That's my picture of an Aerodactyl.
There's his
okay,
name.
hold on. It looks like I have to make sure that this one holds in between.
That's me. What are you
There we
talking
go.
about? This is
Then
Aerodactyl,
this
the
one
ancient Pokemon.
Right.
is going to go
See here?
in
This
here.
is me.
Okay. Definitely think I'm doing better with this one than I've done in the past. When it comes to those gears, I think I only messed up once. Usually have more of a mess up, but that's okay. Alright, so here we're going to have a single 3. I'm going to start on Pikachu with a single 6. Nope, that's not a single 6. This is a single 6.
Yeah, that's real hysterical.
Gonna have the Underbelly J,
He makes some breakfast for you.
which
You like pancakes?
Pancakes?
That's right.
Underbelly J on the corner here.
Haven't had pancakes.
Gonna start doing that whole rounded off for his body
Okay.
with a single 2 right next to that and a single 5 right next to that, combining both of the bricks on the bottom. You're gonna have one kind of like leftover over here. That one is going to have the rotator
These are delicious.
cuff. No, rotator, yeah, cuff. I don't know. I always changed my names that I have for these pieces. With the double side, hanging side cap,
Just pretend I'm not
come on that side.
Just act natural. That's fabulous.
From here is going to be the tall 1,
This is gonna be great.
the tall 2, number 1, 1 tall, and then the underbelly slanted, which is going to come over here and slanted on the outside
We don't get our picture
with
taken too much.
a tall 1 with the blue tall 1 that has the opening. Okay. From there it's going to be a single 3. It's going to start off on this side. Single 3 with a single 6.
Big deal whether the Pokemon pose or don't pose.
Single 6.
Look at those photographs over there. They're all
Single 6.
living in their
And it's going to be this one right here.
Look how peaceful they are. Don't those shots show Pokemon
Right there.
the way they ought to be? Wow.
Close that up.
I've never seen
And an over the top
Wow, looks so cute and carefree. Yeah, they're happy.
with my picture.
this would be
Show the whole world how happy
aligned, and it's going to sit on the 2 right here.
That's great.
you have a real talent for showing Pokemon.
Sitting side cap. From there we're going to add a tall 2. Tall 2 right next to the
Well,
sitting J.
Pikachu may not like being photographed, but Pikachu's not my only Pokemon.
L.
You know, I've got others in these Pokeballs. How about a shot of Pidgeotto?
And 3. Double 3 with a 2.
I have Pokemon you can shoot too.
Hey, how about taking some shots of my Pokemon?
Then we're going to use these little windows
Plenty of Pokemon
facing
you can take
outward. That's going to be 1,
Me too.
Don't forget
2, and 3 with a tall 1 right next to it.
But I only want to take pictures of Pikachu.
What's so important about taking Pikachu's picture? Well, you
Then
see,
this one is going to sit
Tell
right
us.
there with a sitting hanging side cap
That's all.
right off the edge. Right there.
I have to take
Boop.
Pikachu, and that's all there is to it.
He's going to be pretty big.
but you won't have much luck.
I thought he was going to be a little tinier, but no, he's like,
Watch.
it's getting there. That's interesting.
Like no other photographer could capture
Alright.
you.
From there, it's going to be a double tall with the hinge with the socket. What is it? I think it would be socket. Remember, you guys, I think with my Spanish brain and I speak with my English tongue. So it might make sense in my head, and I apologize for that. Alright, a tall in the yellow and then the red. Right there. Boop. This would be a 3, single 3 to finish off the line right here. And then we're going to work on this little piece right here with a tall 3 at the end. And then a corner side cap, tall side cap with an angle facing down. I think they're all the same size, yeah. Facing down. Look at his little booty. I think this is where his tail is going to come up. Okay, from here it's going to be a 4 in the tall with a single in a single tile. Right there. So it's going to be a 4 and a 3. It's going to be flush to the back with the back hanging. A flush to the front with the back hanging. And then it's going to be a square. Whoop. And a 2. Right there. That didn't clip. Corner hanging. That's 1. And this is the top. Alright, so we're going to have a sitting side cap. Is it this one? No, it's a single one. That's going to be not it. It has to be a different one. Hold on. Where is it? It's this one. That's 1. And 2. Eye with tile, overhead side cap, number 3, eyelet corner, and hanging sitting side cap right there. Give me a second, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to figure out lunch. I kind of want takeout. Whenever I'm sitting here, I just can't help but to think, you know what would be good? This. And the idea of not having to cook when I when I go downstairs, it's very appeasing to me. All right, and this one right here. Let's see. Where is that one gonna go? I think it goes down here. So here we're gonna grab this slanted piece, and if we're holding it on this side, it's gonna have this one right here, right there, and then it's gonna go right in this spot right here. Little butt. This is his tail. I could tell that this is his tail. So here we're gonna like cover up, but this is his butt, and then this is his tail. Or maybe it's on the side. This is his leg. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. I always make these assumptions and then I'm like, oh, I should have waited. And that's definitely not it. Alright. From here, it's going to be an L, a single, and a sitting side cap single. With this one at the edge. Oh! I should have not done that. I used the wrong finger. I have no force in that finger and that hurt. The woes of a brick builder. Ow, that really hurt. I don't know if you guys can see, but it actually turned my finger red. Okay. This way right here. This one is going to have this one right over here with this piece right there. And then this sitting J is going to come over here and attach all of those right there. And from there, you're going to use the other sitting J, the smaller one, right there with the tile. Is that the right tile? Is it going to hang? Nope. Because I put that on the wrong one. Okay. So first is the tile on the 3, and then the sitting side, the sitting J. Right there. Boop. On the side, you're going to add this slant piece on the double, and then this slant piece on the single. I think it's the same size for both of these, so there's no problem which one I put. Right there. And this is going to sit over here. Right there, or right there. Ooh! Okay, don't know what that is, but there's like some body. I still think it's the butt. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. And then this one, we're gonna bring this over. And if it's on this side, how does that work? It's gonna be on this side actually. Is it facing the right way? Yeah, okay. So the first one, this one, is going to go right here in that lonely one. And that seems to be the only place where it's going to be attached right now. Yeah. So, whoa. Right here. Ah, there we go. Right there. There's a few other hinges that we still haven't explored, but that one is the first one. Yay! Whoa, he's going to be sizable. Look at that. He probably is going to be the size of Eevee. Oh. Let me see something. Okay. I think we're moving on to the next bag. Yes, we are. We're bag 7. Yay! Bag 7. Bag 7, bag 7. Bag 7. Ooh, we're starting to get the rubber bands. This is where you're going to start getting complicated. Sometimes those rubber bands are what makes it complicated for it to stay in one piece while you're building. Uh-oh. Okay. So here we're going to start off with a single 3 in the light gray with an L coming in on 2 prongs hanging off the top with a sitting J right there. And then it's going to be the crisscrossy one that's going to come over here on this side. And the double rotator on the outside with the gray rotators inside. So that's 1 and 2. Double, yep. Then we're gonna have this one, which is a little hook with one of the rubber bands coming over here and just sitting there for right now. And then we're gonna have this piece right here that's going to sit on top. There we go.
One picture is worth 1,000 words.
There we go.
Your friend is priceless.
Let's see what happens with this. Alright, sitting J is going to be first. That's going to come over here. Sitting J, 2 tile with a 4 tile on top. And here we're going to grab this orange one that has the end. It's going to go through the red one over here, and then this is going to go across into the mount here. I don't even know what to call that. And then this is going to have this piece over here coming straight across. Gonna catch 'em all, Pokemon. It's supposed to. There we go. Gotta give it a little push. Okay. Too far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand power that's inside. Alright, so this one is going to have an orange rotator on the top. But the question is, what kind of rotator? So it's going to be this prong one on the top. Then it's going to have one of these buttons with the kind of like ring that they provide right there. And then this one is going to have gray on the other two. So that's 1 and 2. Very best. No one ever was. Sam is my latest. Alright. So then this rubber band that we have here is going to come and loop around the orange one. Power that's inside a Pokemon, gotta catch all my with me. Is it going to be on this side? No, I have to hold it like this. I think it's this way. And then, where does that one go? I actually don't know how it goes. Or is it on this one? This is the 3. No. Let's take a look here. Hold on. I think this one's supposed to be on the bottom. Okay, there we go. That one's gonna go there. This one's going to go.
Okay, I'll show you some skill. I challenge you to a match right
This
now.
is number 3.
No, I will not change my mind. Hold it. Why should I hold it? That you, Pikachu. That's a perfect expression. Hey, cut it out. Okay,
It's number 2 that's gonna go in there.
you have skill somehow, right? That's exactly what I want to prove.
Oh, I see. There's
Why
double
don't you just
in there.
admit it? Admit it? Take the Pokemon League admissions exam. The Pokemon League
Admissions exam.
The ultimate test.
Sorry, got distracted. Mercedes
To
moved.
get into the Pokemon League, a trainer has to travel from one Pokemon gym to another
Okay.
and collect badges to prove he's defeated each gym master. However, here at the Pokemon League Admission Center, we evaluate applicants based on a combined written and practical
There we go.
skills exam. And those
Yay!
answers
Okay,
this
I got it.
qualify them for
That one was a little difficult, but I got it.
Take this, it's your testing number.
Lucky 7. See, Misty, I have skill and luck.
A little modesty wouldn't hurt. Take
Oh no, I wanted number 7.
Okay. Then from here,
age 17. Profession diva.
That girl looks familiar.
Wow, look at all the different kinds
what
of
is
Pokemon
that?
for the exam.
Yeah, nobody I'm not better than.
Crisscross? Yeah, that's a crisscross.
Oh, Nurse Joy.
Yeah, but which one?
Just a minute.
Uh-huh.
You'll have to leave your Pokeballs here with me.
Why?
You're not permitted to use
Crisscross.
your own Pokemon in the exam.
What?
It's gonna be this one,
Here.
and that one's gonna
Can I
go
take care of
in
Miss
the
Pikachu
red.
during the exam?
Of course. Good luck, Mr. Ketchup.
I wish you luck too, but you're just so skilled.
You got that right. So you want to become a Pokemon Master too, huh, Nurse Joy?
Well, it always has been a dream of mine.
So, where are you from, Nurse Joy?
I'm Nurse
And then
Joy
the
of the
blue.
Ninja City Joy, sister to the Vermilion City
This
Joy.
blue one
Oh, you're the most beautiful one yet.
That's what you always say, Brock.
is gonna
I
be
came here for the
on the
exam
other
because
side,
my work keeps me too busy to travel very much. This exam is really
and
a great
across
idea.
the blue one.
Yes, it's perfect for people whose age or health keeps them from traveling around. And it's also nice for people like me who can't ever seem to get away from work.
I can feel it. I'm sure you're gonna pass the test.
I hope you're right.
Oh.
And drink a nice human interest shot. Hey, save your film for Pokemon. Huh? That's weird. That guy looked really familiar too.
Here's the exam form. Fine. Let's see. Your name is Jake.
Oh, I think it's just easier for me to grab it this way.
Hey, get lost, old bat.
Ah, there we go.
What are you? Unhand me, you.
I got it.
Let me go. Come on. Oh.
So, I'm an old bat, am I?
You're Jessie. That outfit is atrocious.
And what are you doing?
Oh, we got motion.
Am I doing here?
Yay.
Truth to tell,
Okay.
I, not unlike many other people, dream of becoming a Pokemon master. Make fun if you must.
No, you're doing just fine on your own.
I want to live my dream instead of mine.
Okay.
My reality.
From here, we're gonna grab a 3, double 3, and a double 4. Those double 3s are going to have this one. I don't need any of the ones that have actual printed pieces on there yet.
In fact, one of the only things I'm not.
He's a Pokemon master.
What are you doing
Ow.
here?
Looking for you, the one who suddenly remembered an important engagement.
Okay, that one right there. This one's gonna have the 3 at the bottom with a 2 tile in the middle,
Well,
and this longer one right here.
Have a picnic.
That's one. Then we're gonna go here. That's one.
Mind your own business.
take this and leave us
A
alone.
full square tile, and the corner over here. Is that gonna be the right side? That's not the right side. It's probably gonna be this one. Ready?
knowledge of Pokemon. Ready?
There you go.
Begin.
I can't wait. This
Up.
will be easy.
Then from there, we're going to grab this corner piece. Yeah. With a square tile.
It's longer than that.
And it's going to be the L. Where's the L?
Oh man, that's too easy.
That's
True,
one.
true.
And two.
Let's see. It's either Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan that's
There
the
you go.
puncher. I think it's
Then
true.
from here, we're going to do something over here with the L. But we're going to grab a sitting side cap first.
Magic card. Just hearing that name makes my blood boil.
True. That's true too.
That one. With an L on top. L on top.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at
Right
her.
there.
She's so
Boop.
good.
True. 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 All I have to do is guess, and I'll get half of them right.
Pika, Pika, Pikachu.
Now we will measure your
Right there.
ability to
Ooh,
recognize
we got a
Pokemon.
tail.
Please
I think that's what we're doing here.
by identifying
That one's a
its
tail.
silhouette or any part of its body as it's displayed here.
All right. This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Here's the first question.
I'm so cold.
Identify this Pokemon.
This is gonna be a breeze for me. It's a Voltorb.
Ah, how simple. It's a Pokeball without a doubt.
Obviously, it's an electrode.
And the answer is a Jigglypuff seen from above. Next question. What Pokemon displays this pattern?
I've never seen that.
It must be an Ammonite shell.
It's an Arbok when it's all coiled up.
Hey, it's a Poliwhirl.
The correct answer? Poliwag. As any master would know, when Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl, the swirl on its stomach reverses direction.
Hey, this is hot.
Sorry, guys. I am ordering food right now.
Question 15. What Pokemon does this tail belong to?
It's either Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard. Yeah, it's gotta be Charmander.
The answer is Ponyta.
No, it can't be.
Okay. From here,
Please take your seat.
we got this part right here
Stupid questions won't make
that we have
Young
an
lady, a Pokemon master must understand
two
all aspects of their Pokemon's life in order to achieve oneness with
and
their
a
Pokemon.
3
You're not making any sense at
right
all.
there with
I can't wait to go.
this side.
But Jessie,
Dear, what a shame. That girl's attitude seems familiar too.
Hey, let's go. Where am I going?
And a 2 right on top.
Get my revenge.
With this one
The ones on the right got the
on the
lowest
top.
scores, and the ones on the left got the highest.
look, there's Joy's near the top.
Hey, where's your
This
picture,
would
Ash?
be,
It must be where they put the highest scorer. Ash.
that's just 1
Here. Here's your picture.
and
That's
2
impossible.
with an L.
Quit it.
Just a little souvenir, Ash.
Well, Ash, it looks like you didn't
Oh.
have enough locomotor skill to pass the test.
It's going to be a 2 tile in the brown, covering the L and the 2 with the slant
Now I'll have to do my
on
best
the other
for her.
side, covering the 2 with the 1.
All right, Squirtle, water gun attack. Squirtle.
And right on top.
Squirtle, give us a Stealth Ash now.
There's Joy, you're doing great, yeah.
So cute.
I want 8
Bloop, bloop.
glossies and wallet sizes too.
Yeah, sure. Now select whichever one you like.
Okay, having this like this, we're going to have the double-sided 3 come in. This is 1,
That's what makes
double-sided
it the
3, 2,
best. All of these Pokemon are trained for battle.
and
So
double-sided
follow your
3,
commands.
3.
This test determines whether a trainer can adapt, regardless
From
of
there
what
is going to
Pokemon
be
comes
a
up.
double in the double-sided
With me.
with a 4 count, another 4 count, and then the 2.
Come on, James.
Right
we
there.
got in the ring.
Boop.
Right, really beat the guy.
This one's for you, Jessie.
right there. And then it's going to be 2 in the double-sided. That's 1. Ah. 1. I can't. It's like really hard. 1, 2, 3. I got it. That's 2. And then it's going to be the double-sided 2 right here. And then we're going to grab the brown one and the 3. That's 1 and 2. How does that work? Did I put it the wrong side? I did put it the wrong side. Hold on. That one doesn't go there. It goes like this. No! Okay, hold on. I messed up. How is this supposed to go? Okay. If we take a look at the back, right? Okay. So, here. Right there. We're going to have this piece like this. With this one right here. Like that? Yes. Then that one's going to go right there. It looks like... Is that correct? That's not correct. Okay, let's do this way. Okay, so it's going to be... The L is going to come over here. Then we're going to have... Where's the L here? That means on this side, it's going to be... this part. I'm so confused right now. Oh no! Okay. One of those moments where all of a sudden it just doesn't look the same. Okay. If we have the L, right? Right here. This one is a tile that's going to come over here, which is going to connect this one and a double, like so. From there, we're going to have this one come over, and it's going to be right down with this one coming over. Okay, that looks like it's supposed to look. Then from there, we flip it over this way, and we add it here. I guess that is the way it goes. Okay. I don't know. I feel like it has to be like so unison, but right here it kind of makes sense because we have the little triangles. Alright, so that is now where we're going to put... I do 3 and 3. Right there. Right here, we're going to add this one. That's 1. Gonna do the square. And then that's not the right side. Is it this side? It's this one. Come down here with a single 2 coming up to the top, with the slanted one coming up next to that, with a square. Boop. Then we have another slant. This slant is going to go downward. And single this one that has the faded colors coming in with a brown tile first, and then this one. Boop! Look at that. Okay. Then we're going to grab this double-sided one. Double-sided, put this one on top the half tile, half prong. If we can do that, because usually that's gonna be kind of tough. There we go. With the rotator on the top. Let me order my food, you guys. Oh. It is so cold here.
We're not gonna let you do it! Go, Pikachu! Ivysaur, the Vine Whip now!
Charizard, flamethrower now! Listen up, Ivysaur, Charizard, Pikachu, about face now!
How did you? Oh, they obeyed you because you're the one who raised all of them.
Ouch.
Very good, Ash.
Meow! Weezing, Arbok, stop Team Rocket! Stop it, Arbok!
Weezy, please, I can't breathe!
Okay, Weezing, explosion now!
I am terribly sorry, everyone. But Team Rocket's intrusion has interfered with the entire examination. We have to start over from the very beginning.
You mean after all of that hard work we did?
Well, young man, you did a fine job of getting rid of Team Rocket. What do you say? Do you want to give the test another try?
No thanks, sir. I don't think so.
I'm sure you'll pass this time.
Oh, it's not that. I just think I'm better off getting badges my own way for now. Right, Pikachu? You proved you're a great battler after all. Thanks, Misty. I guess so. Well, if you learned that lesson,
I have lunch coming. Yay!
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true, Misty.
So
Anyway,
here,
it was awesome to
if we
battle
flip
with
it
all
over
my
this
favorite
way,
Pokémon.
this
Many roads lead to the Pokemon League. Ash's chosen
is not going to be on top over here.
Only then can he continue to fulfill his dream
And then
of
on
reaching
top, we're going to have this one with the socket
Hey, where's Ash?
right here.
They already left.
Ouch.
They're on their way to the next gym. What's wrong with that meow?
It got hurt in the explosion. Oh, where am I?
This
And
must
then
Meow! What's going on? Where's Jesse?
right on
Where's
top.
James?
I finally got my talking meow.
And then the ring right on top of that with a double-sided
We'll show those twerps the next time.
one right there.
Meow, don't you have anything to say? Meow, meow.
With
Meow, meow.
this one over here.
Okay, guys, we gotta wrap some Pokemon.
Right there.
I'll take care of the hard part. Let's get it on.
Want to be the best I ever was. Baby, that's what I want. Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Alright. This hinge is going to go in this part right here. And it looks like the socket should be facing down. It's going to be in between. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. Okay. No one ever was. Number 8! Is it really number 8? I feel like I could have added more tiles or something. I guess not. Alright, number 8. We're on to number 8. Power that's inside Pokemon, I've gotta catch 'em all with me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, my number 8. Woo! So true. You teach me. Number 8. Out of 14. This one is definitely going faster than Eevee. I feel like at this point I spent more time on Butterfree. Only because I kept on getting distracted. You know how I get. I get distracted while I'm building these. Alright. So, really quickly, if you're just joining me, I am working my way down to Pokemon Day. I'm super excited because I have Pokopia on the way, and I have a gift that I got, which is essentially the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise from Lego. And I still have my backlog of Pokemon builds that I basically collected throughout the whole year because I knew that they were probably going to be saying bye-bye. So, right now I'm actually working on Pikachu. This one is 1,095 pieces. It has overall 14 bags, and we're on bag number 8. From there we have Butterfree, which was our star of the show on Monday. Okay. This one was, how many pieces was this one? This one was, I don't even know where I have the box anymore. This one was 582 pieces. Motion is the 2 flowers at the bottom and him or her flying with the wings. Most difficult part was definitely trying to make sure that that rubber band stayed in place. Then we have Golbat, which this one was, let's see, where is it? It was 318 pieces, and what I love about this is that it doesn't use the crank. It's actually a little button that makes it fly. Look at little Golbat. He's so cute. Okay. Then we have Geodude, which is part of the same collection. And this one is also push button. This one I'm still kind of half and half on because I still feel like sometimes that little button moves. But it moves all from his hands to his little mouth. Geodude. Geodude. Okay. Anyways. And that's part of the same collection. And we have Eevee, who basically started my obsession with this one, which honestly, it's seeming to be that it's the most complicated one that I have. I do have, if you're visiting me on Amazon, right here I could tell you those 2 pieces I kind of messed up. I still haven't gone in and fixed them. But this is Eevee's Motion one. This one took me longer. I feel that if I were to get Gyarados, because if you're on Amazon, you're going to find Gyarados and Charizard of the same model in my shopping list. But those are actually part of my wish list. So if you want to see those, unfortunately, I cannot show those to you. But if you like, if you've done any of these motion ones, I'm pretty sure those are probably going to be the most complicated ones. Gyarados seems like that one is going to be like top notch. I really hope I get a chance to like get it. I think right now I kind of have to stop and kind of give myself a break. Only because I found out that these were going to essentially they started going on sale, so that only means that they're going to go bye-bye. And so I wanted to make sure to get them before they automatically go bye-bye because of the licensing deal with Lego. I'm super excited for the ones that Lego are going to release, but I definitely have to say that I enjoy these as well. So I'm hoping to see what Lego has in store for their Pokemon deal, and I really hope we get some really good ones in the future. Alright, so it looks like we're going to build the other side of this. Hi, Crystal. How are you today, my friend? You're catching me in my last half an hour. I'm only going to finish this bag, and then I'm gonna head out because I'm starting to get hungry. Happy Pokemon Day! Yeah, we're 1 day away. We got 12 hours left. I already came to the conclusion, and I respect the whole fact that my Pokemon stuff is not gonna arrive tonight. Girl, go eat something. Well, I actually ordered stuff, so now I just have to wait for it to show up. But that's why I think that once I'm finished with this bag, it should be here. So I'm gonna dash downstairs, scarf it all down. I am thinking that maybe perhaps I'm gonna do a couple of hours tonight. I haven't decided yet, so I don't have it scheduled. For today, I only had to, like, right now scheduled. But I really want to make sure that I finish Pikachu before I get started with the stadium tomorrow. Because if I have to build anything while I'm watching the showcase, I definitely want it to be Pikachu, but it's like towards the end. Ooh, if you do, let me know. I will. I'll send you a message on TikTok. Wait, yeah, I think TikTok is usually the best way that I could like message you. And you know, if you see my content, you enjoy it, make sure to subscribe or follow. In my bio, I have essentially my link tree that will give you information on where to find me, the socials I use, and you know, if you ever have questions about the items that you haven't followed on here, I thought you followed on here. Thank you for the follow, though. Yeah, didn't you say yesterday that you usually get the notifications off of Amazon? That's interesting. Um, but if you enjoy building, right now I am on a Pokemon hype because I'm super excited for Pokemon Day tomorrow. Oh, girl, you can't get rid of me that easily. You're kind of stuck with me now. You kind of like entered my life, and now I expect to see you all the time. uh, but I am doing the last bag that I'm going to do for this run. I really do think that maybe perhaps I am going to go live. Like, you know, kind of do my little countdown of, oh my god, you guys, it's actually going to be midnight and we're like Pokemon Day officially. I'm like super excited. I have Pokopia coming. I did come to the conclusion that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to play Pokemon Pokopia tomorrow, which was, I'm honored and glad to be stuck with you. Oh, thank you. I know you don't see me right now, but in YouTube, if you go see the VOD, you'll see me like throwing hearts at you. um, but I am super excited for Pokopia. I am probably going to dedicate too much time to it. I'm going to miss Dreamlight Valley for a little bit, unfortunately. But, you know, I really do hope that all the hype I put to Pokopia is going to be worth it, though. If I'm not lying. I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous. I haven't really played a Pokemon game in a long time. The last one I played was actually Let's Go No, Arceus. Arceus. I love Arceus. I haven't played it in a while though, and I need to go back. Arceus, like Crystal, I don't know if you know Zelda. Are you familiar with Zelda? I personally feel like it has a little bit of like Zelda Breath of the Wild. And it's Pokemon. It's one of my favorites because you get to kind of like, it's still kind of linear. It's not necessarily the Pokemon game that I feel myself and other people have been expecting, which is where you get to decide your future and how you're going to go about, you know, living life as a Pokemon trainer. That's the type of game I want. And who knows? Maybe tomorrow during the announcements, we finally get an announcement that has that type of game. I'm super excited. I have a feeling that they are going to announce a specific game that's going to be coming in the following year or something. But at the same time, I think that they're going to put a lot of focus on Pokopia because it's like one of like a different. Well, I don't know. Would it be a different game? I think they have mobile games that are similar, like simulators. But I actually don't know if they have anything exactly the same as Pokopia. Let's see. Where is it? What number is that? That's... Is it a big square? Oh no. That's a 6. This is a 5. Where's my 6? I didn't use it already, did I? Or is it 2? No. This is a 3.
None of them is my favorite.
But that's all of our Pokemon.
Oh, I
Pokemon
did
haven't
use
gone
it.
yet.
My favorite Pokemon is this one.
What's this one?
Psyduck? You're a Psyduck fan?
Hey, that looks like a picture I took.
I think Psyduck is the
You played
best
Zelda a bit?
place
Which
to
one did you play?
unbelievable.
I can tell you personally, I played Wind Waker. That one kind of like shaped out my interest in Zelda. I had so much fun with that one, but once I got to the point that we were like in the water searching for it, I don't even remember what we were searching for. I was like, I don't know about this, you guys. Okay, this one is gonna be a 5.
Guess we'll have to come back tomorrow. We won't get that free buffet today.
No way! I'm getting into that dessert bar now! There might not be any ice cream left tomorrow! Let's go see if there's a back way.
There you go.
Hello? Anybody there?
Breath of the Wild? Okay. I've heard that that's like the best one, definitely. Wind Waker is the one that I did. The animation's a little bit different. And I could tell you that there was like this mission towards the end, like right before you kind of like go and fight Ganon, I believe, if I remember correctly, that had us kind of searching around the waters, going from island to island. And just, you didn't have the ability to like fast travel from island to island, so you had to sail. But they wanted you to feel that you were sailing because you would seriously spend so much time there. It was insane. That's gonna be.
Like a luxury hotel to me. This is cool. They're crammed into cages.
Oh,
Pokemon don't look
there
like
you
they
go.
can smile for the camera.
And that one's gonna be right here.
Hey, here's your Psyduck.
There we go. And then it's gonna be
It looks a little smarter than when I dropped it off.
there with an L.
They just rolled its eyes back with tape.
Out.
That's terrible.
I just did my nails to like be cut down because I knew that all this building was gonna like really mess with the growth of them. Currently on Amazon watching you and looking for a very inexpensive laptop like under $100. Interesting. You know what? I feel like Chromebooks have kind of gone down in price. What kind of laptop are you looking for? But the only thing I see, like I said, I know Chromebooks are kind of like lower in price. Other than that, I don't know. You could try the Asus route, like search up Asus and see what comes up. If you're looking for a laptop under $100, honestly, there's usually what I've seen. There's usually like kind of like tablet style, so you could kind of take off and put on the keyboard, and it becomes a tablet. I don't know if they still have those, but I used to have one of those, and I know that those were inexpensive when I got it, and that was an Asus. I just don't know if they still have them, but it's like smaller. Like it's probably the size of this right here. Like it's meant to be a tablet that you now use like a computer. Like it legit has like computer aspects to it. Okay. That's gonna be right there. This one right here. And right here is gonna be the orange with the hanging side cap. With, let's see, 1, 2, 3 windows. Crystal, I thought you said that you had finally gotten a laptop. What happened? Was it that whole personal thing that was going on? Because I thought you said that you did get a laptop. This was like back before the holiday was over. I was still live. Or did it just not work out? How is that so? Is it supposed to be a 2? I think it's supposed to be a 2. There we go. From here, bloop, 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 bloop. We're gonna do a double hinge one. Yeah, it's because of what I told you. Oh no, I'm sorry. But yeah, I would probably say you could definitely try to take a look and see if there is something there. I will also send you a DM of something else maybe you might be able to take a look at. I'll see if I could do a search on my end and see if I could send you some links of different ones. Usually whenever I buy like computers and stuff, I always have to like ask my husband, hey, is this good for the price that it is? Are you looking for gaming laptop? I'm assuming that you're looking for probably a gaming laptop and that's why you're having difficulty finding something on the lower end. Because that's another thing, like right now with the whole thing of like graphics cards, dude, it's gonna be hard for you to find something on a cheaper level. Right here. Not necessarily gaming, just overall you need a laptop. Right there with a 3 on top. Double. Yeah, I'll send you some links if I find anything. But in reality, I feel like maybe perhaps it kind of depends. If you're thinking of doing like cloud gaming like we were talking about the other day, probably tablet would be a good way to go. I know you can find tablets that are less than 100. They're Android tablets. I have an Android tablet that I've used for years and it came out pretty good. If so much right now it's suffering a slow death because of my son. He's not the best at making sure that he's like that in school. Oh, so you kind of do need a laptop, not a tablet. What are you going to school for? Have you started already? I know that you were talking about starting school up. Like, did you what did you end up going for? I don't think I asked you. All right, so here we're gonna do a single 2. Single 2. Gonna do a 4, and then a 6. Make sure that it's flush to the back. And a, what is that, 4? Ooh, philosophy. DMD? What does that mean? Right there. Then from here, it's going to be this one, I believe. Bloop. Right in there. Oh, digital media and design. Ooh, interesting. Are you doing like still media or are you going to do like video type of graphic design, animation? Because that also is going to depend on what kind of computer you need to get. It's going to be 1. And this one right across. That's going to leave 3 on the top. Right there. Here it's going to be half eye, half tile. Working with Photoshop. So still media. That's still pretty good. I enjoyed it when I took it in high school. Do I remember anything? No, but I did enjoy it. Alright, have I have tile. City inside cap, triple. Up next. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I choose if a Chromebook would work. I don't know. I could ask around for you and see if that would work. Because if it's just Photoshop, maybe. If it's just Photoshop, but if you start like getting into, if you were doing like video work, like video editing and stuff, I would probably say that it wouldn't hold, like, it probably wouldn't hold the amount of power that some of those uh, systems use. But I think you could even do video editing in Photoshop. I haven't played around in Photoshop in a while, so I actually don't even know what you can do. But the last time I had Photoshop, I was able to use it on like my regular computer. But I really don't know if the Chromebook would be able to. Because think about it this way, Chromebooks are usually the ones that they use at schools. Like, you know, now it's kind of a little bit more mandatory. And and you would have to assume that you have some creative art classes that would use the Chromebook. So maybe perhaps you can use it. Like I said, I could ask around for you and see if maybe perhaps a Chromebook would be okay. Alright. Give me a second, you guys. I'm going to check on my food.
Wow, it grew into a fabulous victory bell. It's so big and strong and healthy looking, friendly too.
If you're trying to win sympathy, it won't work. The judge is gonna throw the book at you Pokemon snatchers.
Okay. Alright, this one is going to be the L. And like I said, I could definitely check for you and see if maybe perhaps I have any suggestions for you. But with the thought of, okay, Chromebooks are usually the ones that schools have been, because they're cost effective, right? They've been going for that. If you're in school and you're learning it, maybe perhaps it's enough power. If you were doing it like a side gig or something and kind of already knew what programs you were going to be using, then I would probably say maybe perhaps it's not enough power for you. Alright, from here, I'm going to add one more here, and then the sitting side cap right on top. Going to use this one. Nope. Yes. Nope. It's this one. There we go. Boop. I need the fat one over here. Right there. That's one. And then a cap. Oh, I did it again. This is the same thing I did on the other side. There we go. And there. From here, it's going to be slant one and slant two. On this side, two. Right here and here. Boop. From here, I'm going to close it off right there. And we're going to attach it. It's going to be the red and then the blue. I would assume that it would also have to go through the red on the top too. Yeah. Alright, so you have 3 different hinges that you have to align. There we go. Oh, look at that! We got a body. He's gonna be pretty big. His butt's still missing. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon. I think this is probably one of the only songs that I can't really sing along with because I actually don't know what order he sings the Pokemon names in. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Alright. Gonna tile it up and connect it so it doesn't move. He's a Pokemon 50 or more. Could you imagine doing the Pokemon wrap with like all the other Pokemon that we now have? There's like so many generations. It used to be 150. And now, like, good luck on counting down. That one right here. Gonna do one. Catch 'em all, Pokemon. 1 and 2. I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. Watchmen is my real test. Alright, so one of these is gonna have the double on one side. This one's gonna be the opposite side. Ready? And gonna lift right over the edge. Boop! Gotta catch 'em as you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend. This one's gonna come over here and live right there, with these two covering over the edges of these. You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon. Whoa, that bag I used every single one of them. There was no extras in that bag. Alright, this is the butt. We got the butt. I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. This is the butt. Oh look! His tail's like just hanging. Whee! Running downstairs to eat. I don't know. I think I could do one more bag before my food gets here. Let's check on my food. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. Yeah, I think I could do one more before my food gets here. So, last bag, you guys. And then I will let you know what I end up doing. You teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
My favorite holiday! Let the Princess Festival be! Listen up. This is the one day of the year. You have to do everything I tell you to do. Everything.
How's that different from any other day of the year? Every year, the
Okay, number 9.
During the Princess Festival, every store becomes a bargain hunter's paradise with all kinds of
Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 2.
discounts if you're a woman. And if you're a male,
And down here, it's going to be a double 4x4. I mean 4x2. Then a single 4. Single 4. Then an L. And a square.
Girls eat free during the festival. Huh? Is that all you're having? Unfortunately, guys have to pay. Oh, right. I forgot.
Okay,
Excuse me, miss.
and then L on this one
Me to be your prince on this Princess Day.
That is so
with
cute. When you grow
4
up big and strong, you'll meet a nice girl.
and a double
Down again, eh, Frog? Look at that sign.
right there. Boop.
What about
Alright,
it?
then from here we're gonna do
Some dumb movie. Not that one. This sign right next to it. Over there. Looks like a
1
green
and then the
stamp.
corner one.
To protect the world from devastation.
to unite all peoples within our nation.
Corner.
Lots of through the
To extend our reach to the stars above.
This one's gonna be this one. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need something a little bit smaller. Smaller. Nope, not that one either. It's gonna be this one.
Jesse, this is boring.
So this one is gonna have a 2 in this area right here.
all this shopping just for myself.
with a 4 right on top, well, bottom. And that one's gonna live on top over here on 1. Right there. With this one, that's gonna have a shoe. Let's grab a shoe. This one's gonna have a shoe.
What in the world is that?
Lick a tongue. 1 and a shoe. 2. Okay, that's one. And then this one goes here with the corner right here. Messed that up. But I fixed it. Alright, so there goes 1. There goes 2 on the other side. With same concept over here with the corner. And then the single over here. Right there. Then it's going to be this one. Right on top. 1 and 2. With this one right down the middle. And then we're going to have these printed ones. I think there's a difference. So we're going to start off with the one over here. That's going to be 1. With the other one on the opposite side, that's 2. It's the same order, just like that. With tile side cap and tile side cap with the 4 in the middle and a tile across the top. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. So, let's see. Let's make sure we get the right sides. It's going to be this one. And 2. And 3 with this one on the bottom. This side. Come right here. And it's going to be the same thing on the other side. So, start off with the flat. Then we have the little curve. Curve. And this one. Right there. Bloop. This little body. Okay. Right here.
Being so smart and beautiful and talented, I shouldn't have a problem winning.
I'm sure you'll win the contest, little girl, if they have a beauty division.
And now let's all take a look at the special
Let's
prize
add this part right here.
right here. There's no other like it in the world. It's unique. It's antique. It's a beautiful handmade, custom crafted, one-of-a-kind luxury Pokémon Princess doll set. Battery sold separately.
There you go. And Pooh. He's so cute.
The only scent in the world.
Ooh, we got a little body. Whoa. Okay. These should be extras. That was quick. I am seriously shocked that this one is taking a little bit less time. So we almost made it to the threshold that I had, but I definitely have food on the way, and I'm starting to get hungry, you guys. So far right now, we have spent 3 hours and 40 minutes on Pikachu. And so far we have the base and most of his body. Overall, we still have bag number 10. Number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Cool. So we have 5 more bags to go. Because of the whole fact that I'm starting to like get hungry, I'm gonna stop here for right now. If you want to join me as I finish this, make sure to turn on notifications, follow, subscribe, whether you're watching on YouTube or Amazon. Make sure to turn on the notifications. I'm definitely gonna finish this one. I just don't know if I'm gonna actually go live tonight. I don't have anything scheduled for live tonight, but I am considering going live tonight to finish this up so that I can basically just completely focus on the stadium tomorrow morning during the showcase. If you're just joining me right now, I am working my way through my backlog of building bricks for Mattel for Pokemon. This one right here, we're working on Pikachu. This one is 1,098. 1,000. I don't even know anymore. 1,098 pieces, 95 pieces. What is it? Let me see. It is 1,095 pieces. Okay. So far right now, we definitely have the base. And we have most of the body. We still have 5 more to go. That's why I have a feeling that I am going to go live later tonight, but it all just depends. I have an event at my child's school, so we'll see how I'm feeling after that. If not, you could definitely make sure that you bookmark or turn on notifications, especially if you're on Amazon, because that's the one where I have it scheduled. My show for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live starting at 9:30 building. But if you want to catch me, especially on YouTube, I'll probably be co-streaming the Pokemon Day announcements while I'm finishing up building Pikachu if I don't go live tonight. I'm like super excited for all the announcements that we're going to have. Personally, I have Lego, the big one, coming. I'm really hoping that during the announcement tomorrow, they announce probably the other items that they're in partnership with Lego. Aside from that, I'm excited to get my hands on Pokopia and whatever else they have in store for us. So if you want to go ahead and join me tomorrow morning, or if I do go live later tonight to finish up Pikachu, because it's only 5 bags, so I'm assuming that's going to be probably like a 3-hour stream. Feel free to subscribe or follow and turn on those notifications. If you want to see where else you can find me so you can see the finished product, definitely check out the link in my bio. That's where you can find the source, my link tree, that's going to tell you where you can find me and all the different content that I do. It was truly a pleasure spending the afternoon with you guys. We almost made it to a 4-hour mark, but I am going to go eat something because I'm starting to get hungry. So I shall see you guys later. Make sure to check out my Pokemon curated builds list on my storefront if you are over in Amazon. If you have any questions about the builds themselves, I know you can't DM me on Amazon, but if you find me on social, you could always ask me on social as well. Especially if you see a post that has the build that you're asking about, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Other than that, I shall see you guys later, possibly later today. Not quite sure, but as always, it was a pleasure, and I'll see you later. Bye!